but then I'd have to have a dark wizard attempt to kill him first.
Oh no.
You know, I'd rather not put him through that. Then that leads to at least 17 years of, you know, trouble.
Alright, we should be coming up live here. Put out the bat signal. Bat channel. Live, yo.
What's up, Death Rock? What's up, Jacob?
Check the Facebooks.
Sure. What's up, Jeff? What's up, Ravilo?
Video?
I hope it's Ravilo.
Revilo.
What's up, Claudio? What's up here? Sleepy Laura? Sleepy Laura? What's up, Sleepy Laura?
Let's go to our
You're here with us
faces.
now, you must be awake.
Hello.
We're live.
Getting all set up here. Joining
Music. Yes, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yes, yes, yes. My lights like my colors are just weird enough where like the green screen is making me look kind of pink, you know, good for the background that we have right now. Yeah, you can actually pick up these backgrounds for free from people.
Right.
Yeah, they're inside my body. Yeah, I have coronas and they're inside.
It's like
Great start.
Yeah.
I started recording.
Yeah. That's fine.
Oh, okay. See, well, you guys make me anxious. I don't like that. Like, no, because like,
You didn't need to be doing that.
Alright.
Hear anything?
Well, we haven't started the show yet. Alright, are you ready to go? Good. Ready to start recording?
Yeah, that music is super loud. Oh, Dave, there's music on these backgrounds.
yeah,
And I think that's going to be
Is it?
Yeah. Someone saying, is there a rave in here?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Shit.
That's hilarious.
Okay. All right, we back?
Well, Dave has like the soothing music and like
I know,
it's
it's
just like
funny.
a fucking.
That's funny
All right,
that it
we're
plays
back.
the
Yeah,
music.
yeah. Sorry, y'all. We didn't realize that these videos actually had music on the background. So
That's hilarious.
you
Good
know.
thing we hadn't started yet. Let me check.
Right?
Let me check the other ones to make sure that they're good too, because they might need to be adjusted.
Funny. All right. There we go.
That's hilarious. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I think we got everything going.
Needed some glow sticks.
Need
Yeah,
some-
y'all awake?
Some glow
There you go.
sticks, some menthol cigarettes.
Monday afternoon / morning / evening, depending where you're at.
glow sticks, menthol
We can't
cigarettes,
tell.
Vicks Vapor Rub,
Vicks Vapor Rub.
orange
Right.
juice.
You can already use the mask that you have that you've bought
Yeah.
COVID. You could just fill it with Vicks
They
Vapor
come
Rub.
in
and
handy now. Oh yeah.
I wouldn't know anything about that because
Right.
I'm too young to drink.
It was lit though.
It was-
It was lit.
It was lit.
I-
Oh, it's funny.
All right.
All right, are we ready? All right, I'm gonna start my recording.
Whoops.
I am
starting.
recording. 1, 2, 3. And
I am recording.
things.
I am recording
I
too.
am over here.
I am here.
I am here.
I am over here. I'm sad that I'm flying. No, really, I'm sad that I'm flying.
Did you know that they just released all the like a ton of sound effects and like music and stuff from all the Homestar Runner stuff onto Spotify?
Oh, really?
Yeah, like last week or something. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Is everyone staying safe? Is everyone staying healthy? I think our house is finally over the coronavirus, which is nice.
Now you gotta disinfect everything.
I know. We started doing that this weekend. Was going through and wiping down everything.
All right, let's start the show for real. Ready? There we go.
Let's do it.
Is everybody rolling?
Let's get it.
I'm rolling.
I'm
We gotta do a
rolling.
clap.
All right, let's do the clap. It'll be 1, 2, 3, clap.
Oh, sorry. You said 1, 2, 3, clap.
I'm gonna do it again. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Perfect.
Oh man, that was funny. That was so funny.
And more of that to come within the next 2 hours.
Am I fully in my space seat?
Shams, how do you say your last name again? I know I'm gonna mess it up. I don't want to mess it up.
Meccea.
Meccea, that's what I was gonna
There you
say.
go.
I just don't want to say it wrong.
It's actually there's a Japanese last name with this within the same last name. So if you could just think of it as like I feel like
You
Mick,
can't mess me up.
Mick,
Yeah,
like
okay, sorry.
McDonald's, and Kia as in the car.
Meccea. All right,
yeah,
I got
yeah,
it.
there you go. Yeah,
All right.
McDonald's. Yeah, I like that.
It's a terrible way to remember it, but it works.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny. All right, let's do it.
All right, let's
Starting
go.
the show out strong.
All right. Oh, I probably need my notes. There we go. Here we go. What's up and welcome to another Mograph Mocast. I'm Dave.
I'm Matt, and joining us today is one of my favorite people in this entire industry, Mrs. Shams Meccea. I said Mrs., it's not Mrs. So.
Yeah. I know. Okay.
And Mograph is a supplement to our site, mograph.com, which is a motion graphics tutorial site with tutorials, plugins, podcasts, and other Mograph stuff. And on the show, we talk about everything ranging from motion graphics to Cinema 4D, After Effects plugins, render engines, doing business, doing taxes, being a contractor, or working for the man. And you can email us, info@mograph.com. Let us know what you think about the show. We are going to follow up on the emails we didn't get to last week, those topic ideas.
Yeah,
Got tons
maybe,
of stuff in
right?
there. We'll get to some of it, for sure.
Man.
We got to.
James, you gotta bring
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
If you
Bring
don't bring
what?
it, we got to go to the questions.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, fuck yeah, I'm down.
And you're like,
And-
I'm gonna try not to swear, and literally within
The
like
first.
3
Yeah.
minutes.
Damn it.
Oh boy.
It'll be like this all day, folks.
Yep.
Yeah. No. So this week, it is May 4th, by the way.
May the 4th be with you.
It's a good time to
Yeah,
be in
but-
our spaceships.
Yeah.
True.
Pew 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 pew
Yeah.
pew pew.
These
If you're not
are
watching live, you don't get it.
these are Beeple spaceships. So what's the story behind this clip?
As from what I understand, Beeple made a background like video for people who are doing Zoom conferences, and it's like in the cockpit of a spaceship, and there's all these coronavirus things going by.
Mhm.
And apparently, we did not know that there was heavy, crazy dubstep music in the background
yeah.
as well
Beforehand. Whoops.
beforehand. So
It's supposed
yeah.
to not play that by default. I don't know why the mute switch turned off on that stuff.
It's a pretty sweet little animation. I like it. So
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah.
It's pretty. Just
Yeah.
hooked up the green screens at the last second so we could try it out and be in space.
Yeah, totally.
Just for the
Pew, pew,
4th,
pew,
May 4th. May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you.
Anybody?
What isn't there something Star Wars related that's out today?
I don't know.
Oh,
There's nothing new Star Warsy. Is there?
I know. I don't know.
Well, all right.
Is that show you guys watch still on?
Which one?
Mandalorian?
Yeah.
Oh,
Why don't you watch Mandalorian?
I don't know. I haven't watched
good.
anything Star Wars
little
in
baby
ever.
Yoda.
Mhm.
Oh, Rise of Skywalker is on Disney Plus now.
Oh, okay. Right.
So you can watch the entire series, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yay.
So I've been working on the website a little bit.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks nice.
It's coming along. I got some things I got to do to it, but I took down the schedule. If anybody's looking for the schedule, it is now on the main live shows page, so you can just get everything right there. I also put a podcast page up, which I don't
Ooh,
know why the
Lorcan.
things don't.
Yeah.
Then we got this nice little thing here. You can scroll and you can see other episodes, which is really cool. So made it a little bit more interactive and pretty looking. Working on that. Working on doing more to the site like that in general. So check that out. And then anything else for the week, Rab? I've been playing with that Blackmagic Pocket 6K though.
Yeah, how do you like it?
It's pretty nice. I haven't had enough time with
very
it.
big files,
Oh
apparently.
my gosh. The 6K file management is no joke.
Yeah.
No joke.
How's your computer handle it?
Here's the problem. I use the 1060 to power the monitors so that my other cards can do the heavy lifting with the rendering, but the 1060 does not handle 6K footage very well, so
Gonna need to upgrade
I'm
that.
gonna have to upgrade.
Yeah. I'll talk to you
So
after the show
we'll
about
get there.
that.
Yeah. We'll get some new cards, maybe some 1070 or 2070s, I don't know.
Yeah. Get some of the 2070 Supers. They're great,
get
man. I
them
really
kudos.
like my 2070 Supers. Yeah.
Yeah. So we might do something like that.
I'm at the cusp of upgrading right now. I just ordered a full tower, and
Yeah?
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm gonna like put a 2080 Ti in it, and I'm not too sure. I'm wanting two cards, so
Yeah.
I'm
You
not
gotta.
sure if I should cough up some
Yeah, you
extra.
gotta do at least 2 cards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I already have a 2080 right
Yeah.
now and a 2070,
Yeah.
and then like an extra one that my brother gave me that's just like laying around. So I don't know.
Extra
yeah, I don't
what?
know. So,
Is it Nvidia at least?
I think dude, don't ask me about hardware. I have no idea. But he's just like, oh, it's collecting dust. I could add it, and it actually like helped a lot. Like with the render, we did like a comparison, and it really helped a lot. So
That's cool.
but the upgrade is gonna be sweet. So
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was
Issue
wondering.
from a 2070 with the 1080. I don't know. Is there an issue? I don't know. It just adds a little bit to it, and the if you've got I'm Dave, maybe you can answer this, or maybe Jules can answer this when he's on. If you've got a non RTX card in with your build, does it just turn RTX off completely?
So here's the deal. It works with the other ones, but including if on a render farm. The problem is that I had been having a lot of crashes, and I turned off RTX, and it's working better now. So I don't know if it's an RTX thing in general, if it's because I'm using 1080s on another system and it's not mixing well with RTX. I don't know. It's in its infancy or whatnot. So
I found that I don't even use my secondary computer that much because these 2070 Supers are pretty quick. You know, 'cause I only have 3 cards in my machine. And it's relatively quick.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's RTX. I'm just playing with it. I mean, I just installed 2020. So Shams,
we haven't
you're
even had a
Octane,
chance to
right? Or Redshift?
Yeah, you're Octane.
Yes.
You're
yes,
Octane.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, the Octane, the Octane crowd.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I can use both, but I still just always fall back on that Octane though. I don't know.
It's all about the right situation for me.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. Dave and I have been working on this really big project, and we've been fully Octane because since we're jumping back and forth, you know, between each other and working on the same project, and it's like, it's easy. It's easy to use.
100%.
It's quick and it's fast, and like, you know, if I have to throw a few extra samples, if I've got those extra cards, it's no big deal, you know. But there's a couple things that kind of have irked me, like. For example, with Redshift, you can use a you can pipe a C4D shader or something into an image texture and then change the scale of it. You know, you can't do that in Octane.
Yeah.
You know, I really wish you could. I really wish you could I could take a gradient or something like that and then scale it, or like a noise and scale it within Octane.
Yeah, now that they've done all the
instead of-
big stuff in Octane and all the major updates 2020, now they need to do the better gradient.
Yeah. I mean, just let me pipe, because what it's doing is it's taking a C4D noise, and then, as far as I understand, this may have changed since they added the Maxon noises using OSL.
Yeah.
But they turn it into an image texture anyway, right? And then
In the background,
just give me the ability to scale it down.
I guess.
You know?
We'll have to ask him next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with the 2021, did any of you get that yet?
The
update,
I've been on that one. I've actually been on all.
How was the crashes? Have you tested it on some scenes that are?
I haven't
heavy?
noticed.
Oh, okay.
But Dave did do a test. He was on 2019 for a while.
Okay.
And then he switched over to 2021, and he rendered out a scene that we had been working on previously, and it went from, what did it go from, Dave?
7 minutes down to 3 minutes, and then with RTX it was 2.5.
Yeah.
Damn, that's fire. That's amazing.
That's a significant speed increase.
What version are you
amazing.
on? Are you on? You're on 2019?
I have no idea, man.
She's on
No, I have the studio version, so I don't know. I just need to look into it too to see how because I pay monthly, so I don't know how the update will work for me. How do I?
Yeah, I mean, if you're on the subscription, you can just download whatever version.
Oh,
you can
okay, cool. I didn't know that. I actually didn't know that.
The thing is, to get on they just released the 2020.1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if you want any of the betas or something like that, you got to go into the forums.
No,
I'm
cool with it. I want people to test the beta out before me. I don't want to be.
See, that's how I am.
Yeah.
See,
let them
I'm
deal with
onto
it.
The fullest, the newest version. I just want to try out the newest stuff. You know, of course. Then I get major crashes.
Yeah.
And then he gets
throughout, and I'm
frustrated,
why
and then
is
he's
this
cursing, and then
crashing?
I'm like, "Are you on the beta?" He's like, "Yeah."
But
I'm
then
like,
you
"Well,
said go back to 2019. I went back to 2019, and it's doing the exact same thing.
yeah, that's weird."
know,
19 was
know.
stable for
It
me.
wasn't. What was weird was it was while I was rendering. I'd be rendering, and then it would get through 2 frames, and then just shut down all of cinema.
I've had that happen to me too. Yeah, I've had that happen to me too. Yeah.
But the thing is, I don't use any of the other render engines enough to really know if one is more stable than the other, because I get crashes with everything.
Right.
Who knows?
Exactly.
It could be cinema that's doing that.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, I will say that the crashes that I did have, which I think was because of the RTX mix I was doing, they happen now in cinema, but cinema doesn't crash. So you can save your file and restart cinema, and then you don't lose anything. So that's nice. Got that going for me, which is nice.
What's up, Teeps?
Teeps.
He's in
What's
the chat.
good, yo? But yeah, I also I might need to upgrade my subscription because I'm on the studio one and it only allows you 2 GPUs apparently.
yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is kind of annoying. So I have to, deal with that. So I might upgrade to when the new pieces come through, which is next week.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about your background a little bit.
Yeah.
That's why we're all here today. We want to learn
Cool.
about you.
We want to learn about you.
Let's start off. You have a unique background, upbringing. Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, so I was born and grew up in Iraq, and then I moved to Dubai, and then I came here for basically the end of high school. And
Here is Vancouver, right?
Here is in Vancouver. Yes.
Yeah.
I did not clarify that. Yeah, I live in a beautiful British Columbia. It's so amazing here.
I love Vancouver.
Yeah, oh my goodness, the air so clear, man.
Yeah.
Just the best.
I love that they don't use straws anywhere.
Oh, well, yeah, actually it's a very sustainable city. I mean, as far as like a lot of stuff that I've seen in the US, like it's just like, like, and even just like respect in the street and like all the public places, like
Hmm.
literally, like I see like older people, if they see a young person litter, they'll pick up after the young people. Like it's like we don't care. Like if you're like whoever is like kind of like throwing away garbage, we need everything to be looking crisp all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
that's what I love that about, about the city. And like, yeah, so yeah, and I basically went to school here. At first I went to interior design school,
Yeah.
for people that don't know that.
Nice.
And I sucked. Because, okay, so the thing is with interior design, the first few years are all about drawing. And
Okay.
that part was the most difficult part for me to go through. Like everything else, like all the design stuff and like, you know what I mean? Like pattern making, all of the, everything was like really easy for me. It's when it came to drawing, all my classes were like, just like I was just like basically failing them.
Like
So
like
Yeah.
pencil and paper, just like
yeah,
super
pencil
basic.
and paper, like yeah, exactly. And also like with interior design, it's super precise. When you're drawing, you need like fucking 10 different sorry 10 different rulers and shit, and it's
Where's
just
my
like
bell?
Yeah, there
Where's
you
my
go.
yeah,
bell?
if I drank,
We'll do the swear
this
jar.
would be a cool drinking game, but I don't drink. So but yeah, so
My
like
kid took my bell.
Oh, here you go.
here we go.
Yeah. We'll
Here
just
it
hold
is.
on to that.
Yeah, so it's just like it's just like it was really difficult for me to go through that, so I basically dropped out and went to digital design and web development, which also wasn't really, the design part was too easy for me because like growing up I was like the kid that loved Photoshop, that loved all those, like, so I was like they were like teaching like Photoshop like for beginners and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So I was just like sitting there like acing all my classes and stuff like that. So the only classes that were more challenging is the coding classes, and I didn't like doing that either.
Yeah.
So like at the end of that, like basically one day my friend was in VFS, like I don't know if you guys know
Vancouver
that
Film School.
yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. So they were teaching him some trap code stuff, right? And so he came up to in my house one day like at night, and we're just smoking and stuff like that. He's like, "Yo, let me put you on this thing." I was like, "Okay, sure." Like, and at that point I was like really into making like just GIFs in general. Just like footage, not out of like 3D or anything like that. So he's like, "Yo, let me put you on trap code." I was like, "Oh, cool. Like, what is that?" Like, he's like, "Oh, let me show you." So he showed me, and my mind was blown. I'm like, "Oh my god, I could do like these kid Mograph things," because I was a Tumblr kid, right? So like, I was like, "Oh my god, kid Mograph is so cool. I want to do stuff like he does." So yeah, so that's how like basically it all started, and like since then, like literally after that, I was like, okay, I want to like kind of take it to the next level. So like I basically picked up cinema. So at first I was like, okay, I'm gonna do Cinema 4D Lite because I already had the subscription for
After Effects.
After Effects. So that's what I dabbled with for about like a couple months until I was like, okay, you know what? Like this is pretty cool. I went and got a course on Lynda. I forgot what course it was, but like it was like a crash course for beginners. And then I started, like the Nick and the iDesign and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And
Like we all do.
Yeah.
like we all
Like
do.
you do.
Yeah, like you do.
What made you want to go to interior design school in the first place?
Yeah.
Okay, honestly, that was kind of a little bit of pressure from family to just kind of go into school in general. And I like design in general. So I wasn't like, my mind wasn't open because, I tried to go to Emily Carr art school, but they need like a really hefty fine art portfolio for you to even get in, right? So I applied, and I had like mostly my portfolio was mostly like photography and like a little bit of illustration and like some Photoshop work, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I applied there, and obviously they rejected me. So I was like, okay, so I guess I can't go to art school. So what's the next thing? It was like I was like, okay, so interior design can be really cool, you know, like it could be like something that I could really be into. So yeah, so I guess that was the and then like a little bit of pressure from family. Hey, you need to figure things out really quickly.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what like draw me to it.
And that code stuff, oh man, I just,
Yeah.
as much as I would like to know how to code, I just can't make myself do it. It's just,
I mean,
Yeah.
as a Tumblr kid, I grew up having to like fix all my Tumblr like source code and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, that could be piece of a cake. I went in there and it's like, no, it's not.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
like,
HTML and
Tumblr-
like Python are two totally different
things.
beasts.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
hell no. And the cool thing is like my teachers knew that I was so good at the design part and really was really bad at the code part. They would let me cheat, like straight up. They just like let me cheat. They're like, yeah, fuck, Shams is just
Copy and
not
paste
that
it.
good at that. Yeah.
Ding.
Dang, yeah. Oh shit.
That's funny. How long have you been doing cinema?
5 years, almost 5 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And
4 or
you're real
5,
big. Like
2016.
here's one thing that you're really big into Marvelous Designer as well.
Yes, I
Like,
love Marvel. Yeah.
When I think Marvelous Designer in Cinema 4D, I think of you.
Yeah. Oh
You know.
shit. Ooh, that's
There
amazing.
you go.
I
There
do
you
too.
go.
But the
Yeah.
first thing I think of is, man, what a pain in the ass it's going to be to use Marvelous Designer and bring it into Cinema 4D. But
Can
then,
I call Shams and have her
Yeah.
do this for me?
yeah.
So it's actually so easy. It's crazy. So I always plug this on my streams, and like if you just watch some Travis David's tutorials, you'll be good to go with like in a one day. Like
Maybe
seriously,
that's, see,
one
I was
day
going to
you'll be-
ask you like what the best place to go is, because like it's all. Do you get frustrated that like when you go to tutorials and every version's different? Like, am I the only one who has that problem?
There is, I mean, for Marvelous, there isn't that. They just updated their like there hasn't been an update for a while, so they just updated it, and like honestly, it's all the same. Like even if you didn't update the version, but like for me, it's like I always tell people at first, I basically for the first 3 days, I just like kind of like did really easy tutorials, like how to sew a dress, like, and it was
Right.
like the most basic dress or the most basic shirt, literally the front of the shirt and then the back of the shirt, and then just stick them together. You know what I mean? And I
Okay.
was like mind blown. I was like, oh my god, you could do this. And then I was like, okay, you know what? I bought this one course that was like super like more advanced, and that's the one, like if you stick it through, it was such a pain to like go through it because it was so hard. I had to keep pausing and like just doing the same thing that she was doing. But that lady, she just teaches you. I'll let you know who that is in like 1 second. I'll find the link. Yeah, so she just teaches you everything to the point where after you're done that one really difficult tutorial, you're basically pretty good to go to just
Yeah.
like do more difficult stuff.
Do you need to know how to like sew? You know
No,
what I'm saying?
not at all. Not
like,
at all.
Like I would think if you're creating like these very specific like
Oh, that you would
shirts
need to
and
know like
clothing and
about
stuff.
patterns and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah.
I grew up with a mom that sewed a lot, and she's like extremely talented with that stuff, but I don't get anything when it comes to patterns. However, it does help if you have an understanding of that. You don't need to though. Like the only thing you need to do is just look at your shirt, like literally the one that you're wearing right now, and just deconstruct it and just be like, okay, so these are basically the sleeves are a different pattern, a different fabric. So that is like just like a different fabric that is sewn onto this two pieces of fabric, the front and the back, and that's it.
Like
The
looking
cool
where the
thing
seams
about
are, right?
yeah, just where
You
the
gotta
seams are.
UV unwrap it with your mind.
Yeah, you got a UV
With your
unwrap.
mind, yeah,
Yeah.
basically. And the cool thing about Marvelous is it's so much easier than actual real life pattern making
Mhm.
because you could literally make a shirt without a collar and literally cut the collar out from the shirt. So like you don't have to pre-plan that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like it's pretty easy to just like kind of get into, and there's a lot of cheats to do. Like it's like what might take my mom like hours to make, I can make that in like 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Like it's like
Take
that.
that,
Like
Mom.
take that, Mom. I was actually showing her some stuff at one point. She was mind blown. She's like, "Oh my god, I want to learn that." I'm like, "And what? What are you gonna do with it?"
Right.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? That's
But
funny.
yeah.
Yeah, I've got to get
yeah.
like some new tutorials, because when I tried to do it a while back, it was like every tutorial, it was like the interface was different. Like it was using the old interface.
Okay, well, I'll show you. I'll let you. Like, I'll search it up as we speak, and give you the lady that that I use for Marvelous. The one tutorial that was like super hard. So yeah, so like I would just recommend going with that, and then Travis Davids has some amazing tutorials for Marvelous that like can get you in the door and can make it seem extremely fun. And he's extremely neat about stuff. So yeah, I 100% recommend him as well.
We'll
Yeah.
have to check that out. We
Yeah,
need to
I
get
just
Travis on the
looked it up, and It
show.
looks like it's got some,
Yeah, man, he's amazing.
Yeah. So you make this stuff, you bring it into cinema, and you're doing dailies, right? Like,
Yep.
what day are you at this point?
I have no idea.
Mike wanted you to start doing dailies, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was in Sigraph. So I don't know what day I'm on, but we could probably calculate it from now, because it was August 3rd. It was the day right after Sigraph. So when we came back from Sigraph, I was literally doing, I don't know why I told him I would do it that day, because I was literally doing my daily on the plane.
Right.
I was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to start that day. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm on the plane that day. Why did I do that to myself?
All right,
So yeah,
That's the daily life.
2019.
That's
that's
the daily life.
first-
First of August was the last day. So
Okay.
did you
First of
come
Au-
home? So
okay, so then it was the 2nd.
the 2nd of August.
No, yeah.
Wait,
so
wait.
yeah.
No, this was 2018 though,
Yeah,
right?
so 2019
Hold on.
we left on the 2nd actually. We left on the 3rd.
No, because you've been doing this for a year, right?
Almost a year. So it's going to be in August, it's going to be a year.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
thought you had already hit a year.
Yeah, no. Not
Oh no,
yet.
you hit 100 days, and then Mike
100
paid
days.
you $100,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
Because if
Because-
you hit 100 days straight,
He'll pay you
of,
$100.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
of
what I
dailies,
heard.
Mike will pay you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Void
what
were
I heard
prohibited.
too. And I can confirm actually. Yeah.
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 I know
Yeah.
there's a couple people that can confirm that he will pay you $100 if you do 100
I
Hey.
mean, that's what
straight.
Casey told me. Upkey
Yeah.
told me,
Yep.
so it has to be true.
It has to be true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know he's watching this, like, right now he's watching this, like, you sons of bitches.
He's supposed to be here. He'll be here.
He'll be here.
He'll be here.
Oh, is he going to show up? Is he calling in?
I don't know if he's calling in, but I hope he shows up. He might be. He
he's
might
gonna
be
be in the
coming through
chat.
at some point.
Okay,
Probably for Beeple's people.
Mm,
Are
mm.
we gonna do
If we-
people's people today?
You know-
if we
Or
are
are we
doing
done with people?
No, I was thinking about
mean-
that. Because I don't know. I feel like because of your dailies inspired by Beeple, I feel like we should do Beeple's people today.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, it has
Yeah.
to be done. It
Yeah.
has to be done.
See, I think what we should do is maybe for each guest that comes on,
Mm-hmm.
we should do like their people, right? Show off like 3 of their latest pieces,
And
you know?
come up with a story.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
That would be cool. I'm
Yeah.
down.
You know, like
I'm down.
Shams people.
Champs with
Shams
people. Yeah,
people.
that would be cool. That would be
Yeah.
fire. I'm down. I'm down with that.
All right. I'll bring
I
up your...
posted the link for the tutorial. That lady makes
okay.
amazing, marvelous tutorials, and they're pretty heavy. So it's not like, you just sit down and relax and do them. Like, they are pretty heavy, but you learn so much when you actually get to going with them. So definitely
Yeah.
recommend.
Marvelous is on my list. It's on
Yeah.
my list. A lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot on the list.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, 100% definitely worth it. 100% worth it. Yeah.
yeah, look at these. How is the following going? Did you notice, like an Instagram follower difference or something when you started doing dailies?
100%, yeah, like 100%, especially the fact that like you post everywhere. So like that's like just recently I started posting on Reddit, like just on everything.
Yeah.
You know
I've
what
seen
I
a
mean?
few of your pieces on Reddit.
Yeah, cool, yeah.
And I
So,
always
like,
call you out and I say, I know who you are and you don't know who I am.
oh my god,
Oh, that's funny.
that is funny. Oh my god, I love that now. So I'm like, who is this? Like, come on now. Yeah,
I'm
so
creeping up in your DMs.
yeah. That's hilarious. But yeah, like yeah, so like even just like utilizing TikTok and just like so many other things, Twitch, like just just like posting all this content that you're creating, because like it's honestly such a pain, like seriously, like I make a lot of work, and it's so many platforms to post on, like I basically
Right.
allocate.
Gabe knows all about that.
Oh man.
Yo, I have to like allocate a time in the day
Yeah.
for me to like actually sit down and just like post. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, and I like, cause I don't like doing that whole thing where like, you know, like you post it on all social medias once you post on Instagram, and it's just like, you know what I mean? It's the
Isn't that
same.
what Mike does?
No, he posts individually.
Oh, he does?
Yeah,
Actually,
he doesn't use like
frowns upon-
buffer or any of those.
He
Yeah.
frowns upon those. Yeah, he frowns
Hmm.
upon.
Why is that
So-
exactly?
Because it messes up your, like, the algorithm just doesn't like it. So yeah, and I could totally attest to that. Definitely, the algorithm definitely just does not like that.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, you should see the social media schedule that we work on. Like the other day, I think I scheduled like 36 social posts in advance or something.
Yeah.
You know,
Damn, yeah.
and some of that it's fine. It's like I don't really care if the algorithm doesn't like, you know, an advertisement for, you know, the
Yeah,
show or
for the
something.
next
It's
podcast.
whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah, if I were doing dailies,
I mean, you do what you gotta do, but like obviously just like making it more personal to the platform. So on Twitter, I don't post the same thing because Twitter has a crop. So if
Right.
you like my Instagram like vertical posts do not work on there, so I have
Yeah.
to basically kind of make a gallery for it to work on Twitter. And the same thing with other platforms. Like I know how to caption on Tumblr. On Tumblr, you don't want to caption the same way you caption on. You want to use a lot of emojis. You want to use like a lot of like whimsical shit. You know what I
Wait,
mean?
so
Stuff
you're
that
still on
uses, like,
Tumblr even now?
yes.
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
yes,
Okay.
yes. Yeah. I mean, I like still I'm getting like, you know, followers on there, and I'm getting mad reblogs and stuff like that on there. So people are on there.
Mad
So
reblogs.
yeah,
Some
mad
mad
reblogs.
reblogs.
So yeah, I mean, I have more followers on Tumblr than I do on Instagram, but like you know, at the end of the day, Tumblr doesn't really count, but still, like if there is some sort of percentage that comes back, it's cool.
Yeah, like Lucky is like people still use Tumblr. Yeah.
Yeah, apparently. I don't. I mean, I go there just to post, and then like just I'm out of there.
Does
so.
Yahoo? Do they still own it?
I don't.
They just
I don't know.
sold their company,
I
I
was gonna
think,
say.
last year, but I don't know who they sold it to, and they kind of messed up because it was going for so much, like 5 years before that, and then they had to settle because you know it was dying.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we should do Shams People.
at some
Sounds
point,
good.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, I'm down.
You know, it's just like, you know, what's the story? You know.
This one is inspired by the game Gris. If you look up Gris, the game, and there's a lot of like the posters. It's basically just landscape, and there's this character, and then there's these broken hands on.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I would
reason-
title this one. This is Sia Goes to Antarctica.
That's cool. The thing is, I'm so bad at making bangs. I wish I could make the Sia bangs. Like those are like so cool.
You should do it over the face next time. That would be
Yeah.
perfect. Where you can't
I'll,
see the
I'll
face.
try. I'll definitely try.
Kind of like you know when Homer has like the fever dream from eating the pepper, and he goes around Marge, and like it's all hair all the way around. There's no face.
Oh right.
You know,
right.
it's
Yeah.
just like
I've
all
seen that
hair.
one.
You could do like an animated version, and you're just rotating around. There's never a face. It's just all his hair.
Ooh, actually,
That's-
that could be
that's-
really fire.
That's
Not
what my
gonna lie.
hair looks like right now when I take my hat off because I haven't been able to get a haircut in forever.
I feel you, man.
So I noticed when we did was it Austin? Where were we? You came down to one of the
Denver?
shows. Was it
Denver,
Denver? Oh, it was
yeah.
Denver.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
were on stage with us,
Yes.
like you were feeling the pressure to try and get your daily
Oh,
done.
it was for an hour. It was really. I
Yeah.
mean, Mike does an hour of a daily at no problem. For me,
Right.
it's really hard to squeeze an hour. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not like that. Like, especially more the fact that I'm more like into makeup and like, you know what I mean? I see him, he does things all in post, like tattoos and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
I do that all in cinema. So
Yeah, same here.
Man, I
Yeah.
like this snake one here.
Yeah,
It's pretty. I like the texture on that.
someone
that a-
said
is
I
that a
want
s-
tapestry or a scarf with that. I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
Do
You know?
you-
Is that a Slytherin inspired one?
Maybe. Actually, I've done a 3D dark mark, so you could probably scroll
Oh,
down.
you know, I think I've seen that one.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
the whole thing, like the whole shape, and yeah.
Yeah. Big into Harry Potter.
Big into
Yeah.
Harry Potter. It's
Yeah.
the fourth, but we talk in Harry Potter.
Yeah,
Right.
right?
Oh, you know what? I saw this. That's funny. So this is this one right here. I'm pretty sure I saw this
Yeah.
and I did not realize that you did this one. I saw it somewhere, like on
Yeah.
Reddit or something.
I
Oh, that's
love
cool.
it.
Yeah.
It came out so nice, and like also, I want to do the animated version.
Hmm.
I just need to nail the panic camera kind of movement. I might have to get the Gorilla Cam. I feel like they might have a pretty good. I'm just not really good in camera movement. I just want that like panic, like oh my god, there's like a
Vibrate tag,
yeah,
Yeah.
vibrate tag
position,
would work.
rotation.
Yeah,
And the
that's
hand
true,
like
but,
comes up and slaps the window.
slaps
Yeah.
the window. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like that's what I want to do with it. So, and then like I want like the headlights to be like kind of like shaking. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, should do that.
So how long typically does one daily for you take then?
Yeah.
When you're
It
not under the
depends.
pressure. You know.
No, yeah. Well, when I'm not under the pressure, I try to take my time, like 6 hours.
Wow.
Oh,
yeah,
geez.
yeah. Like I try to
Every
take-
day?
Every day, yeah. So that's
Jeez,
like,
Wow.
Do you get any do you do anything else in the day?
Right.
yeah. Oh, yo, because I wake up pretty early. So like I usually take a couple of hours in the morning to do like my morning rituals, and
Mhm.
after that, then I get into work. And usually I prioritize my daily first. At least I get an idea of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then that's why recently I've been posting them really late, because I start them and then I like kind of ditch them, do my actual work, like my
Mhm.
client work, and then get back into it and like finish it off. But at least having an idea of like what I want to do that day is like pretty important for me.
Yeah.
You got to get up
Yeah, 'cause
pretty
we're-
early in the morning to, well, no, really.
Ah.
Yeah, I mean I know some people that get up at 5, like Stu Zor gets up
Ooh.
at 5. So
No, thank
Um,
you.
yeah.
I'll work late
So-
late into the night. Don't care, but I cannot get up early. I don't know how.
See,
people do it.
I'm more of I'm a morning person. If I'm up, I'm up. Like I can't go back to sleep. You
Well,
know.
the thing is, per Beeple rules, because apparently I do operate on the Beeple daily rules.
Oh,
I can't
there's
do
rules
my-
I didn't
Yeah.
realize.
Yeah, I can't do my daily at night apparently. So
Why?
Why?
yeah, I mean it's just not a daily then. Like, cause like if
What
you're
is
not
it, a nightly?
Well, yeah, I mean you just like can't like. I mean it's just like after 12 o'clock you can't post.
Oh,
So-
well, yeah, I get that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if you post it
yeah,
after 12
no.
o'clock every day, it
I
makes,
guess.
you know.
But like then I'd have to start it at midnight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it just like
Hmm.
it's just much better just to wake up early and just do
Right.
it.
Yeah. Just get
Yeah.
out. I get
You
that.
just get it out of the way. Yeah.
Interesting.
So per Beeple rules, you can't do that. So
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it in an hour like that, because even the one that I did for the Colorado meetup, it took me like at least 2 hours, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the thing is, like, I mean, you've seen the way he puts some of this stuff together, so, and we've seen him make more like the
I don't know why it's
what
doing
is
that
it?
twice. That's weird.
Lieutenant Dan's Patronus that he did at SIGGRAPH.
Yeah.
You know, he spent more than an hour on that.
Uh-huh.
I
Oh,
remember
no, he
going back and
definitely-
seeing y'all work on it for a couple of hours. You know, and that one turned out really well. So it's like some of them he puts some time into. Other ones he just slapdashes together like the Kim Jong-un chasing down the Tiger King.
No, 100%. And also, like, I feel like with his stuff, it's he does a lot of adjustment on the models that he has. Like, people think he just drags and drops stuff. No, like he actually like does, like, if you've seen the stream that he did on Twitch like a couple days ago, he basically was like editing a bunch of the models and, like, you know what I mean, taking some stuff off a robot and putting it on the sheep and stuff like that. So it's not all like people are like, oh well, he just has like assets. So like no, like
he does have a lot of assets.
He does. I'm just
but,
saying that's not like his, like, he just doesn't drag and drop, you know what I mean? So you know what I mean? So he does a lot of work for that, and that does take time. So so I mean, in my knowledge, he said to me it's 2.5 hours average.
He probably like, there's no way that he only does an hour every day, like not like on the streams. Like, there's stuff that you can tell. You know, he's like, oh, he spent some time on that piece, you know, or whatever. But I did want to just quickly mention, because I had that up, that we do have articles on our site now, including this one right here. And we'll have another one this week. We've got a lot of articles, so check them out.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Mograph.com. Anyway, okay, so here's the deal. When Maxon did their live stream last week, you called in. We're gonna have to find a better way for people to call in.
Yes. Actually, I got a suggestion for you. Is what's it called?
Skype.
Discord.
Skype, basically.
Yes, that's what gamers use, by the way, to get multiple people on there. So so Discord is definitely more stable. Try it out, you know what I mean? I'm totally down to try things out with you guys, because I am also developing my stream and, like, trying to get it to be more, you know.
Their NDI interface. They don't have the NDI interface. We can do it with Skype. He just called people on the phone. I was like, you know, I could add these people on Skype. You know. Yeah,
you just didn't want anything to crash, because it's like it's probably more prone. So I understand, but I just hated the delay. The delay was annoying.
Oh, the delay was bad. Well, and you're always going to have a delay when you're watching on, you know, like that. Yeah. That's the other thing about Skype. If we can make Skype work, if we do it again, then we can send you a feed like we're doing now, and you can see it more live instead of waiting for the stream to show up. But I think we'll do that. And oh shoot, what was I gonna say?
You were talking about the call-in.
Yeah, I don't remember what else I was gonna say, but man, I don't know. What did you think of the whole like live Beeple thing though?
I loved it. I think it was amazing. Like, it's just like, to me, it's like every time I get a chance to see him do those things live and, like, just see his even just his really quick thought process, because I've sat beside him in Denver and in LA, and, like, I've seen him actually do it, like, you know what I mean? And, like, it, like, on, like, when he's much more calm and, like, just, like, kind of taking his time. And, like, I've seen him do it, like, under pressure, and it's just always so cool to see that, and, like, such a learning experience to, like, see that. And also it was, like, really funny. It was hilarious. Like, I look forward for stuff like that all the time. Like, it was, like, such a, you know,
we went back and watched it like that night, and I was like, because I was like in the middle of doing things, like I couldn't remember. I didn't really absorb some of the things he was saying throughout, you know, and so to go back and watch that was like, oh my god, that was gold. But I know what I was gonna say. Right before before that segment happened, he lost power.
Oh
yeah. So there was a huge thunderstorm, because you remember live, you know, the thunder was
crazy.
going. But he lost power. He was about to come on. That's why we went back
Yeah.
to commercial break, and literally he's texting me and he was like, "Oh my God, like we lost power. You've got to be kidding
Yeah.
me." Using
Just
more
lost his
cuss words than
internet.
that.
Yeah.
And then after the power came back on, he had no internet. I think it was probably
Oh,
resetting.
shit. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're like,
yeah.
"Oh my gosh." And we got like everybody standing by, the internet's tuning in, everybody's showing up, and we're
Yeah.
I mean,
texting
luckily
and
he was the
scrambling.
last one of the day,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it didn't matter if it ran a little long.
Yeah. But that was the thing
Dude,
too, is like if we couldn't get him, like there's no one else to cut to temporarily. Like that was it.
I could have totally cut too.
Yeah.
I'm
We're gonna
always actually the reason why I went on in Denver is because he couldn't go on for some reason we won't talk about right now, but like he couldn't go on and do his daily live in Denver, so I jumped in substitute for him.
Yeah.
So that's
Cool.
what so that's basically what we did. And he was supposed to be what's it called? Creative directing me. He did
Oh,
not.
that's
Yeah,
right.
no, he did
That's
that.
right. Yeah.
I'd be like,
That's
"Come
funny.
here, can you help me?" He's like, "What? What do you want?"
It's funny.
So what
Yeah.
what kind of projects do you work on a professional level then?
Mostly I would say like I do a lot of music stuff, so visualizers, ads, music rollouts, like album animations, like if someone wants their album cover animated, blah blah blah.
Mhm.
So mostly like also concert visuals. Which right now like I've had a couple of clients pull out because there is no more concerts
Yeah.
There's no
anymore.
conference, right?
But it's the cool thing is like there's a lot of people who can't shoot videos, so they're just relying on 3D,
Right.
which is
Yeah.
amazing for us, you know what I mean? So that's that's a cool thing. So that's the majority of my stuff. I don't really do a lot of stuff outside of 3D. I might get like an offer here and there to do some stuff, but I usually don't really like to do certain things that like are a little bit outside my league. Like just recently I've gotten an offer to do some like advertisement for some gummy bears that are
Cool.
like but which was really cool because they're like vegan too. So I was like, oh yeah, this is pretty much up my alley. But I don't do soft bodies. I don't
Yeah.
do any. And they wanted like liquid and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't do any like real flow or any of that. So I had to pass on that. But like like if I did do that, that would be fire. Like I would
Yeah.
totally be that,
Yeah.
But yeah. I'm more of like I like the clients that come to me and want similar stuff to the stuff that I do. Like
Yeah.
if they look
Like
at
they
my
see your
stuff,
style and they're like, we want this. Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
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 And I love working with females as well. Like with female
Yeah.
artists, it's just like generally such a much like it's just like always in sync, and like the
Mhm.
styles are usually like they're just like, oh yeah, we just love this the way it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah.
try to include skulls or fire or like the blood.
Yeah. You
Lucky
have,
says Tokyo Megaplex should animate the gummy bear thing. Of course, it would have like a weird face and like funny hands and like
Yeah.
Adult
Yeah.
Swimify the whole
I
thing.
know so many people that could do that so much better than me. Like I wouldn't be like, I know like this is not my experience. I could do it. Like I've done soft bodies before. It's just not my, like I've seen people do it much more beautiful than I would,
Now you have you have an agent as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah. How do you go about that? Because I think Frederick Duquette also has one.
Mhm. Just
Yeah.
say it, Matt.
No, I had
I'll
to,
say it.
I had to think. Yeah.
Fuck right.
Anyway,
Fuck
you
Rendon.
know, yeah.
Just
He
under the breath.
he has one as well, and I know Smearballs has talked about having one at one
Mhm.
point. So has Nate Rodriguez Vera. We've had a few people on the show who have agents who find them work and stuff like that. How do you go about that? Like, and
So it depends. So like for the agency that I was talking, the ones that like work with me is basically I reached out to them and basically was like, oh, I really like everything that you guys do, blah blah blah. And then we started just a conversation at first. It wasn't really about like me going in there. I was just like, really, I just admired their collection of artists and stuff like that. And then they were like, hey, like you actually kind of fit the bill. So they hit me up, because that's like usually what they do. The agency would hit you up. But for someone that, like, if you can find someone to do you, like to manage you, or kind of like any kind of service kind of like that, I highly recommend it, just because there's like, I've had so many horror stories of just like receiving my payment like literally months and months after, like the fact that I've done it, and the chasing, and like just all of that, just me not having to deal with it. And also my prices like definitely has gone so much more up since I've been with them, because they just know how to negotiate better.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Good.
I'm just like, do you want to give me this much? Like, cool with it.
Hey, y'all, can I get paid?
Can I get paid? Like, you know, if you don't want to, like,
But money
do they,
dough. But money
do
dough.
they pay, like, I know that they'll go, you know, that they'll track someone down for payment or whatever. Are they paying you at a certain time, no matter if they get paid or not? Like, how does that?
No. Like, they pay me as soon as they get paid.
Okay.
Like, yeah. So I mean, but like, still, I have not had like a delayed. I have not had anything more than 30 days, like that come in.
That's
You know what I
nice.
mean? Which is like fantastic. If not within 2 weeks, you know what I mean? So it's just like, it's so much more comfortable not being in panic mode, like, you know what I mean, as a freelancer, and just like not feeling good about all of that. So
Is it something?
I love.
No, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I love the idea of having an agent. You know, like to just take care of some of the client finding stuff, and just sit back and be an artist.
Be an artist for a while.
You know, and I don't know, that's always been very interesting to me. It's almost like having a built-in salesperson for you as an individual. You know. Because I would love for Dave and I to have a salesperson, us not have to go and find work.
You
know what I'm
should.
saying?
You should. And the thing is with that, but the thing is also, it's not just them. Like, I do so much work. A lot of the clients that reach out to them, I plug them into my agency. So so I'm doing I'm doing all these dailies. I'm posting everywhere. Like, I have social relationships with certain people, and I talk to them and be like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, if you're working on this project, please let me know, like plug me. So like, and then after the client is interested, I could just CC my agent, and then my agent just comes in, and then she does all the work. Not all the time do they bring me the work. Like, there are obviously instances where you would bring me the work, but you still have to kind of do your own kind of like upkeep of your image kind of thing to get clients to be interested. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is it
Because
something?
I guarantee you, if I didn't do dailies, like, I would probably like not have as many clients.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Do they take some of the client interaction stuff out of the equation? Like how are you still just one-on-one when it comes to like revisions and things, or do they kind of?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm one-on-one as soon as they pay, as soon as the client pays, I'm there.
Gotcha.
I'm like, I'll talk to them. Some clients prefer to text. Some clients prefer to email. Some clients don't even want to talk to me. They just have their
nice.
agency or their managers. Yeah, I mean, you know, sometimes I prefer that, because sometimes artists think a little bit outside the box. They're like, oh, I want an explosion, and I want me playing the guitar on top of the explosion
All
while
the
I'm like
things.
surfing. Yeah, all the things. And I'm just like, yo, slow down. It's, you know, like, you know, you don't have the facilities for that. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at like a really big project. So it's much better talking to actual managers, because they understand a little bit more about certain things, and you could explain things to them a lot better in their terms, you know?
Lucky's asking what social
same.
media platform do your new clients find you on the most?
Mostly Instagram, like 100%
Makes
mostly
sense.
Instagram, a little bit Twitter, but like mostly Instagram. The only reason why I have all the other platforms and I'm pushing them is so that when your numbers are higher on Instagram, unfortunately, that's just more attractive to certain clients. It's just how
Right.
it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, it's not like, obviously there are so many people that I know that are some of my favorite artists that have much more less followers than I do, but they take me out the park with everything they do. Like it's just like, they're just so good. So, but in terms of just like sometimes with things like that, you know, especially music, if you're not doing like other stuff, especially music, usually those artists are on Instagram, and usually a lot of the artists are my age, and like, you know what I mean? So like they just like to look at the artists on Instagram and just see what they're about, you know what I mean? So that's what I focus on, but like all my other platforms are live, and you know what I mean, just to bring more people in, and like, you know what I mean?
How's the Twitch streaming going? Because you've been
I love
you've been you've been
it.
streaming
It's so
a
good.
lot of your daily stuff.
Yeah, I love it. It's so good, and I'm also been gaming too. So not just I've been gaming.
What have you been playing?
I've been playing Devil May Cry. I don't know if you've ever played.
I know Devil May Cry.
So I like I'm still kind of chipping away at it. It's crazy that you actually have to spend so much time on video games to be good at them, which sucks. You know what I mean? Like, I want to play some really advanced games because they just look beautiful, but like, it's just like, no, you can't fucking handle that.
You just put it on easy mode every time. Every time I start a game, they're like, "Oh, what level do you want?" I'm like, "Easy. I just want to play the game."
Yeah,
I don't want to die. I just want to play the game.
That's 100%. But sometimes, like games that I'm really interested in right now, it's like Dark Souls. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it just looks so beautiful, but like I can't play that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but I don't think there is an easy mode, and even if there was, like, the easy mode is pretty hard. Like, it's just like a lot of there are some games that is just like not by casuals. So
well, I'm a filthy casual. I play Animal Crossing.
So the Twitch in general, I love it. It's so amazing to be able to actually, especially in quarantine, where like I usually, like, most of my interactions are usually like when I travel and I get to talk to Mograph people and like, you know what I mean, like friends and stuff like that. With Twitch Live like this, you actually get to look at the chat and like talk to people and hang out. And, like, you know what I mean? It's just such a like friendly environment and like just pretty cool. You know what I mean? Some people learn stuff. I don't know. I don't think you can learn anything from it. But apparently some people tell me, oh, I learned some stuff. I'm like, cool.
I would like to do more Twitch streaming. I'm waiting for Dave's course to come out first so I can make it look real nice.
I would like that. I can't wait for that course to come out too.
Been working away. Been working away.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
Yeah.
That'll be really good. Yeah.
It's one thing I like about like us doing courses is I get to experience it before anyone else. you know,
I'm excited to be learning about Unreal. You know, and editing some of these.
I'm telling you, that's gonna be amazing.
We got some great courses in the works. It's a lot of work. There's a lot of work to go to get them all knocked out, but they're gonna be great. So.
Have you guys been still not being afraid of Houdini, or are you afraid of Houdini right now?
I'm not afraid of Houdini.
I'm not afraid of it. No, I can open it up and be like, whatever, I own you. And then Houdini's like, whatever, I own you. And I'm like, but no, I find myself using it more and more. Like, I find myself going to it more and more per project, being like, okay, I need this. I need some smoke. I'm gonna jump over to Houdini. I need some particles. I'm gonna jump over to Houdini. You know.
I do that on occasion, and then I'm like, it's not that I can't do this, but I would rather just go back to cinema sometimes.
It's the same. Like, it's similar to the Octane versus Redshift argument, where it's like, okay, Octane will produce a pretty picture real quick, you know, without me having to fidget that much, you know. But if I want more control, then I'm going to jump over to Redshift.
Yeah, you know, that reminds me of the conversation going on with Parvini in the Slack channel this week, because they were talking about things like smoke and pyro, and it's like, you know, sometimes all you need is a little TFD, and 90% there is fine. You know, who cares if you're, you know.
An exact reason why I'm excited about Embergen like Embergen, because it's real time, smoke and fire simulation, and being able to incorporate that in Octane and stuff, like it's like that would be fantastic, because 90% of the time that's all I need.
Yeah, little puff of smoke.
I don't need
it's
it
fine.
to be realistic the way that it would move and stuff.
Well, and you saw like the project that we're currently working on. I did a little small TFD thing, and I felt very comfortable making it do what I wanted it to do. It's like, I want this thing. I don't want generic puffy smoke that everybody does. I want this very specific, dusty, smoky, minimalistic looking thing as kind of an afterthought. And I was able to do it. I don't think I would have been able to set that up as quick if I went to Houdini. It would have looked really good, but it would have taken me a long time.
Wait, did you do that with X Particles?
TFD.
TFD.
TFD. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
And TFD on the 20 series is pretty fast. I mean, the interactive real time, you can grab something and move it around, and the smoke is flying right off of it in real time.
Yeah.
So what cards do you have? Is TFD like pretty heavy on like animation?
It's heavy. Well, you have the option to do CPU or GPU, and if you have GPU, you also have the option to do interactive GPU, which is like a messy version, but it really helps you get things set up. And then once you're there, you go have it calculate the real thing.
Right.
And it's kind of like, it's a great way because you can just hit play. It's not fully accurate, but like the stuff's just streaming off of it, and you're like, okay, well, change the pressure, change this, change that, and you can do a very low resolution, high voxel size model and be like, okay, this is about right, and then you up the resolution, and then you up the rendering and the crunch time on the, But
how long? How is it? Is it pretty long to render smoke? I don't have TFT, and I do want to pick it up.
Doing
smoke in Octane can be, I don't know. For me, I found that it can be
problematic.
You have to understand like absorption. Scattering,
absorption, scatter, and emission, and stuff like that.
Emission, voxel density.
Yeah.
And then what's the other one I'm missing? You've got the density, and then
medium.
No, it's the I forget.
Well, you've got the particle. You got the particle. You've got the density, and then you've got the. I don't know why my mind is blank right now, but the.
Yeah.
It's how thick it is.
Yeah.
THICC.
Thick.
Anyway, my mind is blank. I don't remember the name of the parameter.
Steps.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Man.
There you go.
But
you were opening up cinema. You were like, I'm gonna get.
No, not at all. I just did some VDBs yesterday, so I was playing with the steps. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
And then there's also like, you got to understand like voxel size. Like when you're working with voxel size in Octane, the voxel size, you really want it to match TFD, because if they're not matching, it gets weird, and it gets crashy if you don't have them all the same. But like once you really get into that, like you can do some pretty fire really quick.
I like that.
It's not bad. That fire is fire.
You say recommend grabbing TFD for sure.
Oh yeah,
I like
I would.
TFD. If I'm gonna, I would say if you want to stay in a C4D environment, TFD is the go-to for smoke and fire simulation.
So not XP. Like,
here's the thing. I like X particles. I like X particles for particles.
Yes. Exactly.
I love X particles for particles. Like if I'm doing, if I want some things to like explode, or like if I've got particles shooting around the screen or something like that, that's great. X particles is my go-to. But when it comes to fire and smoke or water simulations, no way.
There's some basics that you really have to understand to get the thing going, and it doesn't take that long. But you have to, be able to jump into it.
So Turbulence FD, you could do water in it too? So
no.
You don't...
No.
Oh, okay. So
for water stuff, I'll go with real flow.
Yeah.
In TFD, you have all the same parameters that you would have in like XP or something else. They're a little more watered down, but I think that's kind of a good thing. But you have to understand temperature, which you got to put a temperature on something from the beginning, or you're going to get nothing. You got to understand how the interactive render works, and you also have to kind of understand how pressure works. The pressure is a big thing, You know, because once you change the pressure and like turbulence, you can have some like beautiful smoke.
Mhm.
So
Okay, that's cool.
maybe I
Yeah,
should do a
I'm
tutorial,
excited.
like a
Who
getting
makes-
started.
Who makes turbulence, FD?
I'll definitely try to pick up a copy because right now I'm like thinking of a couple of softwares, some plugins that I'm trying to pick up.
It's so fun to just play with in general, though. That's the thing.
Mhm.
Like, you could just open Cinema, throw a sphere in there with some smoke coming off of it, and just start playing with the parameters and see what happens. You know
What happens,
And
yeah,
then it's
yeah,
like,
that's
do you
pretty
want to
cool.
make it look like steam? Do you want to make it look like smoke and real thick and dense? You know. Anyway.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'll do a quick with my new camera. Do a new tutorial.
Yeah,
on,
do
like,
it.
Just quick start guide. Never used TFD before. Here's how you open it and start messing with the parameters.
Let's
That-
get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, TFT is $450 though. You know,
It
which
is expensive. It keeps getting more
It's a little
expensive.
It's
pricey.
expensive.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
but-
when we bought it, it was like $300.
It was. It
You
But
know?
used to be
that's
cheaper.
all of them. All of them are around this price. Like I
Yeah.
just recently got World Creator. It's around that price. No, is it?
Something
It's
like that.
around. I mean, because I
It's
pay
expensive.
Canadian, so Canadian is a little bit more, even more
Yeah.
expensive Canadian dollar. So yeah. So it's just like it's yeah. They're all kind of around that price. Even Real Flow is around that price as well, right? Am I?
What? Yeah, I think it is around there somewhere. I can't remember
Yeah.
what we paid for it initially.
Yeah.
We haven't
Yeah, I
They're
upgraded
know.
it
all
in a
kind of the
while.
same. Yeah, they're all kind of the same.
The thing
kind
about
of price.
TFD though is that you're not paying a yearly fee for it, which is nice.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's nice. That's
That is
definitely
nice.
Yeah.
Um,
That's definitely nice.
A couple links I wanted to go to real quick, and one of them we already talked about is Octane 2020, like
Yeah.
official
When's
release
Jules on the show?
next week.
Oh,
Next week.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
I'm so excited for
Yeah,
that.
that one's gonna be fun to talk to.
It's always fun.
Yeah.
Like I've got to always go in and do extensive notes for when he comes on, and like it is just like
Yeah.
you got to understand all the terminology so that you know
Yeah.
what questions to
No.
ask.
I
It's-
was
I-
literally
I've-
about to say that. I was gonna say like every time I listen to the Jules episode, I don't understand anything, but like I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. Like I'm
The-
just like yeah.
It's funny. I've found from the first time we had him on, I had a really hard time like paying attention and knowing what he was talking about. To now, when I'm watching his like GDC talk, I'm like,
Yeah.
I get it. I get it all.
It
I
makes
understand.
sense, but it
Yeah.
always feels like he is thinking so much faster than he can even get
Yeah.
the words out. It's so hard for me to keep up. I don't know how he does
Yeah.
it. You know, just day to
Yeah.
day. Like he's always just on it. So
Yeah.
like you have to like study your terminology and like the keynote videes beforehand. So that'll be my week.
I'm excited to.
Yeah.
I'm excited to talk to him about the stuff that's upcoming because
Yeah.
if y'all haven't seen the GDC presentation that he did, the online one, man, it's so good. I'm so excited to see what's coming up.
I'm telling you, one of these days we're gonna show up in LA and he'll just be like, "Hey, you want to see something?" And he'll just take us and it'll be a holodeck or
Yep.
something.
Oh
You know?
yeah.
I'm so excited. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
I can't wait. The stuff that he was showing off in the last video with the hologram, and he talked about it on the show too. The holographic stuff, the real life holographic stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't
man.
know. I don't know.
Oh,
Like
man.
I think I don't know. We'd have to talk to him about that. But I think the biggest thing with that is I think it's only limited to one person. You know, I
What?
don't think you can have multiple people with
No, you
multiple
can.
points of view.
You can with
Can
these
you?
panels. With these panels, you can, and the
I
more of
don't
them you
know.
have, the more 3D it looks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you should go back and watch the show. It's a good show. You should watch
Me?
it sometime. Yeah.
Our show?
Yeah. When he he did it was in his presentation too. When he talked about the holographic panels.
Yeah, yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
I'm talking about it.
Um,
He's probably listening to the show and he's making notes about what
Yeah.
he's going to talk about next week too.
no, we should get an update on that. Like, I really want to know.
Yeah.
'Cause, like, and with the gaming stuff and like Brigade, like,
Yeah.
if you can have Brigade built into your like live viewer, that'd be
Yeah, when
sweet.
he was talking about also the real time stuff, you know,
Yeah.
coming up.
Brigade.
Like that's going to be killer. You know, I think all the render engines are moving towards this, you
Mhm.
know?
Mhm.
Like I think you know, and it's funny like Cycles and Eevee, you know, they pushed it. It's like
Yeah.
it's like people can see that using a game engine, quote unquote, you know, you can still produce some super high quality stuff.
Yeah,
you
not
know?
even having a live viewer, just your perspective view is just your
and from what I've seen, it's
your
like
engine.
people who want to do real time, like they're either talking about moving over to Blender or moving on to Unreal, you know?
Right.
Like a lot of people I know who have talked about doing real time stuff are either using one or the other.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It'd be interesting, and I think it's going to start pushing everyone towards that. You know, eventually we're going to have. I mean, they teased Redshift. What is it? Redshift RT or something? Yeah. And then an Octane version. I mean, you know, more
things to learn.
More competition is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, the only other link I have here is this is lighting design for stylized animation. This is like a paper. Ariev posted it this morning, and it's a very good breakdown on just lighting in general, really. I haven't had a chance to read the whole thing, but I perused it. So if you're interested in getting into some technical papers about that kind of stuff, check that out. Now, I wanted us to try and answer some questions live and see if we can figure some of these out. Some of these are just like things suggesting to us to like go check out or whatever on the internet, but this is from Ricardo Salazar. Let's see. And I'm just going to go through. He says, "Hello there from Portugal. First of all, let me say that I love your podcasts. I have listened to all of them. I've learned a lot. And the podcast is my company when I work out in the morning in this COVID challenge these days, in these tough times,
in these tough times,
in these challenging times, in these difficult times. Anyway, hope someday I can go to Camp Mograph. Just some topics. Topic number 1: X particles embedded in Cinema 4D native.
We talked about that.
What was it?
Just X particles in Cinema 4D natively. That would be nice.
Yeah, I don't think that'll ever happen.
Yeah, we talked about the particle system being better. The one that the thinking particles being better. Yeah, being better. And I obviously would prefer that much more. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think like Maxon or Insidium would ever do a deal for, you know.
I don't think it would happen either.
I think this is just me personally. I have no inside knowledge at all. You know, I think the merger between Red Giant and Maxon, you know, is going to be good particle wise,
right?
You know, because you've got, you know, one of the best particle systems, particular. You know, and if they can somehow incorporate that into cinema, it's like that's a game changer. You know. Yeah,
that's probably more likely. Yeah.
Yeah, I said facts.
Facts. And then let's see what else. I know it's very expensive, XP4, but if you get a student version of C4D, X Particles 4 has a 90% discount. Did you know that?
Oh wow!
I did not know
that. Did not know that.
Also, Zbrush
makes me wish I was a student again.
Yeah, and Zbrush features in Cinema 4D Sculpt is something that I'm guessing. I mean, I can see that. I know people were on the stream during virtual NAB, you know, and there was some Zbrush stuff going on. People are like, "Well, why are you showing Zbrush?" I think that, you know, you can't expect a program to be best at everything, right?
Yeah.
You know, there's certain reasons.
Cinema 4D's sculpting stuff is awesome.
Exactly. It has very good
I have
sculpting
made
stuff.
some very pretty pieces with their sculpting tools, you know?
And
I'm thinking of picking up ZBrush actually a lot lately because I've just been really into doing a lot of concept art. And you know, that's like basically the way to do it, you know, like, you know, actually that's one of the things I was like, I basically was looking for a model for a Cornish pixie. Yeah. Right.
Like
and I was like,
that,
I couldn't find one that was looking good. I was like, you know what? How hard is it to make a Cornish pixie? It's like, you know what I mean? It probably is pretty hard.
Is. Like, what?
Come on, Cornish pixies. Gilderoy Lockhart lets out the Cornish pixies, you know.
In class and
And just like runs away and says, "All right, you guys clean up after it."
and then Hermione
it's
to
a
the
Harry
rescue.
Potter
Hermione.
reference.
Immobulus the shit out
Come
of
on.
them.
Everybody's
Okay, yeah,
yelling
there's
at me
one.
like, you don't know what that is?
on,
Yeah,
man.
I know. I haven't seen Harry Potter. I know. I'm terrible. I'm
But
the worst.
it's all
Yeah,
that's
you
all
would be in
good.
Hufflepuff, Dave. Sorry.
I don't think Dave is a Hufflepuff.
I would be
though.
offended.
so?
I would be offended if I knew what that was. I don't know.
What house are you, Sham?
I'm a proud Gryffindor.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I like to think that I'm a Gryffindor. I would probably be a Hufflepuff, though.
Okay,
you know.
so I'm a softy Gryffindor, much like maybe like Neville. Like,
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
but definitely, like I used to hate it because it was like,
Dave's
oh,
a
it's.
muggle. Dave's just a muggle.
I'd be a Cheesendorf. Is that a thing?
I feel like Dave is more of a squib than a muggle.
Yeah, he'd be a squib. Yeah.
Are we just saying random words? Are we just making up words now? I don't know what's going on. I'll be a
squib is
kooky
someone
wanker.
someone who comes from magical parents but doesn't have any magical abilities.
Oh yeah, like just
Argus
like real life.
Filch was a squib.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's okay though.
Yeah, it's okay. But yeah, so I have no idea what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so
Oh, the pixie
I
thingy.
said I used to hate it, but like now I am like, okay, I embody the Gryffindor energy and like I'm cool with it. Because before I was like, oh, it's the generic house everyone like wants to be in, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But then now I'm like, yeah, you know what? I could see myself.
See, I'm not evil enough to be a Slytherin. You know, I'm not smart enough to be a Ravenclaw.
A Ravenclaw, okay.
You know, so
Yeah.
I think I'm either stuck as a Hufflepuff or a Gryffindor, and I think, you know, with the little bit of the red hair going on, you know,
Yeah.
maybe I
You
could be
must
like a
able to
Weasley.
see.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Did you take the official test?
I haven't. No, I'm
Oh my
too scared
goodness,
of
I
what
don't know
it's
what's
going to
going
come
on
out.
right
Then
now.
I'm going to be
Okay,
stuck.
then canon, you're not anything right now. You need to be sorted, homie. Like this is just like this is all talk right now.
So can I just redo it if I don't like what house? I mean, you know,
okay.
the sorting hat does take into account what house you'd like to be in.
That's
you know.
true, and there are people who are hat stalls, which means like Hermione was a hat stall between Ravenclaw and Gryffindor.
Sorry, y'all are just
Right.
making up words.
Harry Potter was a hat stall between Slytherin and
Right,
Gryffindor.
of course.
Right?
Of course.
So you could be that, but also the thing is with that, like a lot of fans do best out of 3. So
Oh,
I've
okay.
done that too. Best out of 3.
Yeah.
I've gotten once Ravenclaw and then twice Gryffindor, so I just stuck with the Gryffindor.
You know, if I
All
grew
right.
my beard out pretty long, I could be a Klessel monster.
Who?
A Klessel
Nah,
monster.
dude, you'd be. Nah, you could, grow it out really big.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can see you being like a Hagrid character. You know, you know.
Hagrid is a half giant.
Yeah.
I don't know what's
Have
going
you not
on.
seen any of the movies
No.
or read the books?
Mm-mm, no.
Oh man, you're missing out.
Yeah, I know.
You're
Yeah.
missing out on the
There's
adventure
a lot
of
of
a
stuff I
lifetime.
haven't. There's a lot of stuff I haven't
I
seen.
feel you though,
I'm telling-
Dave.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm saying. You could even just listen to it,
Mhm.
you know? Just listen to all the audio. I've done that numerous times. I've listened to the 7th book every year. I listen from, you know, the 1st book through the 7th book every single time. Every year I'll do it, you know?
I actually go to sleep to Harry Potter. So I like in the middle of the night, I'm like in the middle of the maze and I'm like, oh my goodness, that's what's going on. And then I wake up with this immense Harry Potter knowledge and people ask me stuff and I'm like, I just know. I have no idea
It's just
how I know.
osmosis
Just
while you're
absorb
asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, while I'm asleep, just like so much,
That's
so much
funny.
Potter knowledge.
I'm Puffin House all the way. Puffin Huffer.
Yeah.
Puffin Huffer.
Puff and
Yeah.
That's true. They love it. They love that. Like it's canon.
Yeah.
Puffin
Yeah.
Huffer. Oh my goodness. How did we get on that? Oh, Zbrush.
Yeah.
ZBrush, yes, yes. I'm definitely trying to pick up ZBrush, and I know Steve Teeps is definitely gonna help me with a lot
Yeah.
of.
Keeps is awesome.
He's good
Yes,
at that.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Like he's definitely one of my favorite artists, like for show. Like
Yeah.
just like love the work. It's just amazing.
But yeah, I mean, cinema has some great tools for that. But you know, if you're gonna get really hardcore into that sculpting, you're gonna do something like that,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna take, you know, like EJ says, you you know, go to the truck stop bathroom and then you come back to Cinema 4D where you're comfortable in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
100%. Like I've seen what's it called? Like a lot of people use Marvelous to bring back also to ZBrush and just like make it like make the clothes detail just even better. So like yeah, like all of these just like work hand in hand. Personally, I've just been really content with the cinema modeling tools for a while, especially like watching Josh Pierce. How he does a lot of his environment stuff, and I've just been like basically developing his workflow, and his workflow works for me really well, with like making like quick rocks and quick environment stuff like that. I just don't need to like go to an actual or buy even, like I don't want to buy a rock, I could just make one,
right,
you know, in the exact same size that I want, you know. So and then quick still mega scan it or some sort of like you know what I mean on top of it, and it's solid, like it's good.
There's some other stuff, and I don't know if this is for ZBrush. There's Dynamesh, that's one of the topics here. It's a volume mesher type thing, right? It's kind of like a volume, I guess it's like volume mesh, which is an attempt at it, but he says Dynamesh, quotes, volume mesh is an attempt, but it doesn't work that well. I guess referring to Cinema 4D, I'm not sure. I don't think I've tried Dynamesh. I haven't done a lot of retopo anything, or remeshing. You know, which I would like to get more into, because you make stuff that looks really, you can make stuff that looks really great when you're doing like volume builder and stuff like that, but then it's just like so high poly. That's everyone's complaint. It's just the polygons are so high. Zremesher, Z-R-E Mesher,
Z-Remesher.
Sure.
Yeah, that's in ZBrush as well.
Okay, and Z-Sphere. Okay, I get it. And Z-Spheres. Z-Spheres.
Z-Spheres, though.
Z-Spheres. Great for prototyping organic shapes. See, and that's the thing, you know, it's going to be something where you're going to just go off into ZBrush land for a while, if that's what you want to do, if that's what you're really going to want to get good at. So naturally, I think these things would work better in ZBrush, just because like that's all they do, you know. Let's see, but I don't know. I'm not a ZBrush person. That's why I don't know what the Zremesher is. Zremesher, Z-Spheres. All right, another question here. Do you know Reallusion, Iclone 7, and Character Creator?
I have
Getting
no
into
idea
some
what
stuff
that is.
I've never heard of.
What is it?
I know Poser. That's still a thing.
Where do you get all your female models and stuff, Shams?
All DAZ, and I have
All
like
DAZ.
I have a hefty morph like libraries that I go through and like kind of like tweak and make the models look my own kind of thing, or like the way that I like them. So I usually do that. Like it's DAZ, and then I like also take in some of the textures that come from DAZ and put them into Photoshop, and then do my own thing like makeup and all of that stuff. So
Cool.
yeah.
So
Never use the hair that comes with DAZ.
just the Cia hair.
And you use C4D hair, right?
Yeah.
Cia
I haven't
4D
done
hair.
enough work with hair.
It's so hard to get into, honestly. Like it's really hard to get into, but once you are like kind of a little bit more into it, it's like it's much better. There's another one that like all the ZBrush people use it, and like all the like really cool sculptors use it. I forgot, or Natrix, something like that, I think it's called.
That sounds familiar.
I think they dropped a beta for C4D, but it's only like, I think they're only like letting studios like have it. Like I was just like, I didn't request yet to have it, but like they just had like this huge like long list. What are your intentions with this? Like, what do you need this for?
That's
it's just
weird.
like, I just want to make like hot girls. Like, God damn it. Like, like for
Don't
my
put that.
babies.
Don't put that.
No,
Don't be
I've
like,
done-
Is that the one?
They've got a-
I know
they
what
got
you're
a serious 3D coat situation going
That's
on
what I was
there.
gonna say. It's like 3D coat, right? Like
Mhm.
they don't want you to use the naked models in
No,
any
I don't know.
bad way or something.
I don't think this is the. I don't think it's the same company.
It's like,
Or-
what is your
or-
intention
Ornatrix.
with my naked
Yeah.
models?
What's your intention with my daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, God, relax. Can
Yeah.
I just make pretty girls? God damn it.
All
And
right.
I want curly
Um,
hair. It's so hard to make curly hair with Cinema 4D hair. I mean,
Mm.
I know a girl that does that really well. Pastel. I don't know if you guys know her. She's amazing. Her hair game is on point. But yeah, like it's just like, and I've seen a couple of people. Do you know what's his name? Hadi. He's like one of the best sculptors that does like likeness sculptors. He's done like Michael Jackson.
Oh, I think I know who
just
you're
like
talking about. Yeah.
Hadi something. It's escaping my. Anyways, yeah, he's just like he did one tutorial with Cinema 4D, and it was a really good tutorial for Cinema 4D hair. So I definitely.
Is it Hattie? Hattie?
Yeah, I think so. Hadi, what?
Newman? Newman.
I don't think
Or,
so.
no,
I
not
follow him on.
Newman.
Yeah,
This
this
is a different.
No, I follow
No,
him
I
on
found
Twitter.
one.
Ornatrix or whatever hair, fur, and feathers thing just looks so good. Like it looks super powerful.
Hadi Karimi. So if you guys want to get, I'll link him right now.
Yeah, that's too hard
he
for me
is
to even
just
attempt
wonderful.
to spell.
Yeah, no, Hadi Karimi.
There we go.
There you go.
HADIKARIMI. I would have never got that in a million years. Yes, this
Yeah.
is who I was thinking
Oh
of.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
good.
follow.
And like
This
I was
dude
so
on-
thankful because he does use Ornatrix, and then but like he did one tutorial with Cinema. I don't know if it was like Drake or something. He did something.
Mhm.
That was just so mind blowing, and I was like, yo, like I'm so thankful that he did
And
that.
yeah, I saw this. I saw the Kurt Cobain one.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
His Will Smith is crazy. His Michael
Wow.
Jackson is one of my favorites, man. Like
Yeah.
literally. some
Except
of
you
the-
know, it's Michael Jackson.
Okay, relax, homie. Michael Jackson is the biggest angel we've been blessed with. Look at that. Oh, look at
Oh,
that hair. How
Is
do you
he?
get?
Is he? You sure
how
about
do you
that?
get- How do you get hair like that? I'm not gonna answer that. How do you get hair like that? Like, look at this hair.
Yeah,
Well,
Matt,
I'm-
you want to
I'm-
be starting something?
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, so
It
beautiful.
doesn't even look like him. There's not enough like plastic surgery.
Well,
Okay,
maybe
you're
this
just
is
a hater,
pre-plastic
man.
surgery.
Well, you know, it's
It's Thriller
Michael
era,
Jackson.
so
this was before All the Boys.
no.
Oh.
Okay, relax. homie, Come on,
Yeah,
Be
why you want to be
respectful.
starting something?
Be respectful.
come on.
Mm,
I don't think Matt likes Michael Jackson.
I know he doesn't.
no, I
He's
do
been-
not. Not
he's
not
been,
even
he's
a
been on,
little
he's
bit.
been on my story, and I don't care. I'm a huge. There is no evidence that shows me any of those things that are true. There's a lot of money thirst to everyone that's been
Oh,
trying to
boy.
put him
I will
down.
give you that.
boy.
I will give you that. There's been no trial. There's been no.
There
Yes.
have been 2 trials.
Not
have
on the
y'all-
ones after
have-
he
No
died. The people that
evidence.
came out after
Where's
he
the
died.
evidence? He
Have
sent me the
y'all-
evidence.
Have y'all watched the documentary?
Yes.
Yes.
And that is complete bullshit. These two guys are 100% fishing for some money.
Okay.
And why wouldn't you? Why
Hmm.
wouldn't you? Honestly, if you've known Michael.
Mm.
If you really need some money, it's a good way to do it.
All right.
I gotta
we'll
say,
agree to disagree.
Yeah, because you know
Yeah.
what? Like, I don't not believe it, but also I still listen to his music. I'm in a very weird position.
Mm.
Just
Okay.
like the boys that. Never mind. Anyway.
Well, we'll agree to disagree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
All right.
this will be But
Agree
yeah,
to disagree.
Ornatrix Fire. I really want to get the beta, but I don't know if they'll give it to me
I got a good
because my
rundown
intentions are wrong.
of. Yeah.
You know,
no,
sometimes if it quacks like a duck and it looks like a duck, it's actually a duck.
What?
So I'm just saying. So anyway, back to 3D.
is this quacking like a duck?
No.
That's what I've been trying to do. Getting back to 3D.
Iclone. Let's talk about Iclone because
What's Iclone?
he says Iclone 7 is so amazing. They have this library of animation like Mixamo, which when you hear Iclone, you don't think that that doesn't put that in your head. But
real-time 3D animation software.
the nicest feature is the following. If you have a character dancing, for example, but its arm gets inside of the body or something because your character is fat and the Mograph data was, someone thin, you can move the arm at the point of interception with a clean and beautiful UI interface menu.
You can do that. You can do that with
the new cinema.
Yeah, R21's updated updated Mixamo stuff,
without breaking
which is pretty
the
awesome.
keyframes. Yeah.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
People are getting real in the chat right now.
Oh man, all the
I actually can't wait to get into this Mixamo update. I have not updated yet to the 21, so I can't wait to, try to do that. I haven't been doing a lot of animations lately, but like so far from what I've seen, it's been so good. It's been so amazing. I think again, Travis Davis is gonna put out, or he already did put out a tutorial about it, and just kind of explaining in depth of how to do all of that stuff. Yeah, so definitely excited, to dive to that.
Word.
He also says that in Iclone, it's very much like that new character builder, but it works nicer, is what he said. And there's an auto floor feature that the feet and hands will recognize the floor automatically. So if you're moving a character down to the floor, they'll just, they'll stop on the floor.
Start squatting.
Yeah, that's cool. And the mocap, Reillusion Iclone Faceware mocap. Oh my god, it's amazing. Gonna have to check that out. Another
Connect
topic.
mocap plugin.
The mocap
Iclone
Reillusion...
Connect mocap plugin.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm looking at their website right now.
All right, so here's a topic. Why do people talk so much about Substance Painter? The Cinema 4D body paint almost does the same thing.
Does
Now,
it?
I don't know.
Like, I
don't think it does.
in S22, maybe, there's a little more. I haven't played with it that much yet, but I don't know. I feel like I've played with Substance Painter quite a bit lately, and I really dig the way that it works, and maybe I just don't know what I'm doing in cinema with it then. But I feel like it's very intuitive when you're using Painter. It's very easy to use. Like, there's some really great tools when it comes to, like, stamping normals, things like that, like to really make something quick and easy.
The whole interface is just made for that, which is like really cool.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, yeah.
And I think that's the thing. Again, you shouldn't expect every aspect. It's like Cinema 4D is the generalist, and the individual programs are the specialist. But a lot of times you're going to call a generalist, right? I don't know. I'm trying to think of a good analogy or a good metaphor for that, but
I haven't messed around with body paint enough to really, have an opinion on the matter. I like Substance. I think it's cool.
Okay,
That's about all I got.
Procreate for Android. Why not? Neither Adobe.
Both of you guys have tablets, don't you?
Yeah.
You guys use Procreate?
A lot. Lately.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't draw enough. I need to draw more.
Me too.
It's similar to your interior design stuff.
Career.
my
shitty career.
Yeah. See, I don't feel like I don't feel like I'm a good enough drawer. But I know.
Drawer.
Drawer. I understand certain things, like when you're doing lighting or you need to make it look like it's lit, and there's shadows and stuff like that. I get that, but it's like, I don't know. It just looks like a very well lit piece of crap every time I draw.
The question is, like, what are you trying to draw? Are you trying to go for realism? Are you trying to go for?
I almost always just draw cartoons. Yeah.
Same.
Dave's been doing Rick and Morty versions of different Mographers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fire!
Yeah.
Oh, please include me.
Some of them look like more like Simpsons characters, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't watch Rick and Morty, but like I'd love to be a character in there. That would be really fire.
Should make Shams one with a Michael Jackson doll.
Or no,
And
with a marvelous like me sewing something or something.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
I'll have to find. I'm trying to find the maybe I
Sewing. I don't know. Sewing something that has to do with Harry Potter. I don't know.
yeah. Yeah.
Well, so the way that I'm doing it is like each person that I draw has to nominate the next person.
Oh, right.
Oh, okay.
You
Who'd
know.
you just do? You just did Beeple, right?
Well,
Oh, no, you did someone else.
No, I did Beeple, and then I did.
Can I see? Can I see?
Yeah, I'll try and bring him up. I found him here. I got to put him in my Dropbox though, so that I don't have to like hold
I
them
do
up to
like
the
the
screen.
ability of Procreate to be able to link directly to your Dropbox, because I have used, like, there's been a few times where I've needed like some brushes or something, like just some brush strokes, and so I'll go into Procreate instead of Photoshop. I'll just do a couple of quick brush strokes, save it to Dropbox, then bring it in as a PSD file and be able to use those in After Effects. It's really nice.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see if this came up on my Dropbox or not. So what I did is I started with EJ, and this is basically like just to learn how to use the brushes, the pen, Procreate in general. I think I talked about that reference thing, that reference software where you can put, it's kind of like PureRef or whatever. Now let's see. The problem is I have no good file management. How do y'all manage files, like something that's on your phone to put on your computer? Doesn't it seem like it's just still a complicated
It's so
process?
annoying. Yeah, for PC and Mac, for Apple to communicate with each other, it's just annoying.
Yeah, and it's like, I put this stuff in my Dropbox and I'm like, okay, where is it? And it has any photo that you have on your phone has just like a weird file name, and it's just like, okay.
Yeah, I know that, like, really long number. I just wish the Dropbox, the AirDrop thing was a thing with PC. That would be just like even just Bluetooth or something. I don't know. Figure something out, man. Like, not you. I'm just saying the world, the smart people.
That's smart.
See, I feel like I added it and now I don't see it. It's like I feel like an old person. Like I'll just email myself the photo.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. So do you use Procreate?
James is saying I create X
like a transfer folder.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Creates a transfer folder, and when you upload to Dropbox, you can rename it.
Yeah. See, that's what I do too, but it's like I just put it in here and like the files aren't there.
Yeah.
And it's still like the technology, I feel like it's not there. Even when it comes to dealing with your iPad and your phone together, like sometimes the photos sync correctly and sometimes they don't. And so, and I'm like going through it right now and it's like locked up and it won't let me even view my photos. So I'll have to bring it up later.
Just skip it.
I'll have to bring it up later. Because it's supposed to be there and it's not. And now it's showing me photos from 2012. Okay. Stupid.
That's funny.
Then the last two topics on here. Displayland, that generates 3D captures of physical spaces using the everyday smartphone camera. Displayland.
Display.land.
Is this the one that was on Twitter a while back? That looked really promising, but there wasn't a
so.
version of it out yet to try. Because that's what I want.
Capture and edit reality. Display.land. I want to see.
Okay, photo. I think I might have found my photos, y'all.
Display.land. Get.
Yeah.
3D camera, 3D maker, and printer.
See, this
looks cool.
This is driving me nuts. Now I'm all about this. I'm like trying to figure out why it's not working.
Welcome to the part of the show
I got him.
where Dave tries and figures stuff out.
I got him.
Oh. Hey, I'm excited.
And they're not synced. Oh my gosh.
So did you guys talk about, I don't know, was there a show last week?
Yeah.
There was.
I didn't watch that show. Okay, did you guys talk about my bad?
That's it. It's over.
All right. Yeah.
I'm gonna be there for the jewels, man, so I can just be confused for 2 hours. I love it. I just love it.
There you go.
Gustav was
Oh, it's it. Oh my god, I love this. Oh my goodness.
All right, so that's
Yo, the
easy.
shirt's fire with beer.
The muscles.
Yeah, that's fire.
They're not as big as real life, but
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So okay,
That's
so
amazing.
I sent that to EJ, and then I was like, "Who do you nominate?" And he said Beeple.
Obviously.
So I made a Beeple.
His boy.
But he looks more like a Simpsons character. I feel like,
Yeah.
you know. But he
Oh, this is funny.
has the nipple things. This isn't necessarily a Corona beer, but it could be a Corona beer. You know.
That's hilarious. I love the messy hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then let's see.
Who
The
did
last
Beeple
one.
nominate?
He nominated
Did
Chad.
he do Chad?
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course he did. Oh
Yeah.
my, I called it.
And I had to give him like a little whiskey cup or whatever. So this is just like to practice like how to make characters, because like I've never been good at that. And I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna keep
love
doing this
that.
for a little while and see what happens. So Chad is nominated Zach Corzine. So now I have to figure out Zach. You know,
Yeah.
like do
It has
something
to
cool
be
with his.
procedural.
I haven't
Yeah.
ever seen Zach ever. I don't know how he looks like.
IRL.
He's a very happy individual.
Happy individual.
Yes.
Has very good hair. So I gotta do something with the hair.
His hair is so dreamy.
His hair is on
Okay,
point.
I need to look
my fingers
what,
through it.
what Zach looks like.
Yeah,
now.
you gotta Facebook stalk him or
His
something.
hair is dreamy. What conditioner does he use?
Funny.
Let's see. And the last topic, we didn't even talk about the last one, Displayland. But yes, that looks cool.
I'm like downloading it as we speak.
Is it
right
available now?
But yeah, it makes you sign up for like a whole bunch
okay.
of stuff.
Well, you can.
But
Tell me
I was
how it
gonna
works.
ask you guys. Did you guys talk about last stream? Did you guys talk about the the Fortnite Travis concert?
Oh yes.
We did, yeah.
Did you go to that?
Okay, cool. No, I don't play Fortnite, but I might start playing. Even though I don't like Fortnite, I might just start playing for
For
numbers.
Oh, for the for
For the numbers.
for the
numbers.
for Twitch.
Yeah,
Okay.
for Twitch.
All right.
Yeah, nothing personal.
Well, yeah, you just go
really
on
not
and just be
interested.
like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Like it's almost entertaining to just go on and
Here's
like,
the
try
thing.
it.
Here's the thing about Fortnite. I have found
Mhm.
that no matter
Sight.
what level you're at, like they're gonna put you with people at your own level. My kid was playing the other day, and he's awful. Don't get me wrong.
Oh,
he
great.
is
Fantastic.
terrible at Fortnite, but he came in like 4th place. Like
Oh, wow.
he literally can't shoot a person. Like he's not good. And like when he's trying to shoot someone, he's like all over the place, like aiming, you know, and the person who's trying to shoot him is all over the place aiming.
Oh
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, you know, it's like
Oh my
it's
God.
just a bunch of 6-year-olds playing against each other.
Yo,
Well,
I'm actually okay. That makes me feel so much better. So how does it know? How
Yeah.
does it just like
just your
it's just that
experience
they-
points or
Oh,
whatever. It's
yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
but the
I
thing
would-
is, they're building other things in there now. There's stuff besides the battle royale that they're coming out with, and my daughter was playing it. There's these little worlds with all these new characters where you're just like hanging out and like nobody's killing each other. It's kind of like Second Life.
What? No one's killing each other?
Yeah.
Ugh. No. No, thank you.
But it's like Second Life. I think they're trying to do this whole metaverse thing now, you know, where it's not just where it's
Yeah.
just everything's in Fortnite, you know. They'll have concerts
Yeah,
in Fortnite.
yeah.
You can hang, you can chill, you can go do, I don't know, whatever. I mean, same
Yeah.
stuff you would do in Second Life, right? Which is just like hang out in there, talk to people,
Yeah.
chat,
yeah.
you know.
I don't know. I would love for them to come up with a Halo-esque type thing where, you know, where it's Slayer, you know, first one to 50 wins. That's that's what I like. I don't like these battle royales. Maybe I'm old, you know.
I just don't
But it's
like. I don't like
It's
it
like
either.
you get killed within the first like minute, and it's like, okay, now I've got to run through the whole rigmarole of having to restart an entire session.
When I
Just to
was a
get killed
kid,
again.
we had Team Slayer and we liked it.
Yeah, you could get killed as many times as you wanted until the game was over.
We
You
were,
got killed 50
in my
times.
day,
then
we
the
were
game was
pounding
over.
noobs.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, last
My level's
topic.
too high in Halo right now. I gotta like reset or start a new like user preference because these people that I play against are too hard.
Well, that's because you're playing with Ariev, and he's really good.
I
So
know.
you get paired
know.
with people on his level if you're
I
playing
know.
with him.
I know.
Yeah. We haven't played Halo in a couple weeks. We need to do that.
I know we should. I've been playing Animal Crossing, man. It's so good.
I
Get them
bought it for my
turnips.
daughter. I can't.
Get them turnips, like
I
turn a
don't get
turn a
it.
turn a profit Oh man, it's
But
so
it's
good.
but it's like real time. It's like you got to wait a day for your beats
Yeah, but
to
you
grow.
can like you can just turn off your internet and change the time on the. You can change the date to the next day and just go in and like do it.
But
If
like
you just
I
want
could
to
grow real
time
beats
travel and
in that
cheat, you
time.
can. What?
I could grow real beets in that time. You know, I'm
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
oh, I gotta water my virtual plants and make sure they
You
don't
don't have
die.
to water
and
anything. No, you don't have to water anything. It's not like you're growing
I
plants.
just don't
you
get
know?
it. You're just
You go-
walking around
you-
collecting things. I don't quite understand
Yeah.
the.
You pick up all the weeds, right? You pick up all the fruit and everything, and
Why
you go
do you
and
have
sell
to
them.
pick up? Oh, you sell the weeds?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
selling
You sell
weed.
them to Timmy and Tommy.
That's real
right? 'Cause they
wholesome.
buy weed. They buy weed from you, right? So you pick up the weed and you go sell the weed to them, you know, and then they'll buy it. And then you can do that. You take that money in order to upgrade your house and make your house bigger
But-
and more house
but it's
and
not
more
a real
room and
house.
stuff like that. No, it's but
Can
it's
you
your,
translate
it's your
the?
tool house.
Can you translate the money into real dollars?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Is there some
I don't
sort
think
of a
anyone's like actually
Bitcoin
like selling stuff.
scam we could do? You know, so
I
that
don't
all
know.
that time you spend
A
actually
lot of
equals
people
money.
like I've seen people who like have different villagers on their island who want the villagers to go like they want to sell their villager basically, you know,
I don't.
and
I
so they'll
don't-
sell them for what's called Nook Miles tickets, you know, so that you could then go to other islands. So the Nook Miles ticket will take you to a different island so that you can like steal the
it's
resources
too much
from
time.
that
Like
island.
I'm instant gratification. That's my
Dude,
problem. Like I
yeah,
don't want to just
it's-
chill on an
it's
island
so
and organize my
much fun.
possessions.
Oh my gosh.
I just want to pwn
Dude.
noobs with a AK or something
That's
instead.
fine. But you know, here's the thing. Here's the thing. And so like we have 4 people living in our house right now, you know. And well, 5 people, 4 if you don't count the baby, but 4 people who are actually, you know, playing Animal Crossing. And what's cool is like when you've got 4 people in the same house, you don't get a new island. You all are on that same island because you're all on the same Switch.
Sounds
you know?
terrible.
No, it's great because then, like, for example, if something happens where, like, I can buy something cool, like, so I shot down a balloon so that I could get like a present because presents come along in balloons, you know.
Yeah,
And I got
yeah.
a little bunny hat, right? And
Mhm.
so it was awesome. It was this little bunny hat. And so then I could actually buy more bunny hats because that was in my inventory. And so I bought bunny hats for my entire village and I gave them to all the villagers. You know, it's great. And so what's awesome is like if you get stuff like that, like say my wife would like I got a
My
cheerleader
wife.
dress. You know, I was like, I don't want to wear a cheerleader dress, but my wife may like it. So I go drop it off at her front door.
Unless
And
it's
so
real
every day
life.
I drop it off at her front door in Animal Crossing at her house,
Uh-huh.
and she wakes up every day and she's got these little gifts from me. Or I go
Oh
and
my
plant weeds in her
goodness.
front yard, and she hates it, and it's fun, you know.
Wow.
But
That's
it's like-
fire.
Like having people in the same house adds a whole different element to Animal Crossing,
Mhm.
you know, than just playing it by yourself. It's very cool.
I feel like the
Ah.
Mograph community has been so all over this, and I just cannot. I'm
Well,
trying to.
Okay, so we're in quarantine right now, right? So the other night, and you can play together on the so basically like if you've got 3 people in a house who all share the same Switch, you know, you can all play together, but one person is the leader. So the camera follows that person, and 2 other people are just roaming around doing whatever,
Mhm.
you know. So what's cool is like you can go and you can, you know, you design your own little. So we designed a little beach area with like little places to sit and like a fire and stuff like that. And then we made a whole camping area. You know, you can do whatever you want with it, but like, so we spent like 3 hours doing this, and it felt like we were actually in the real world, you know, camping and building stuff. And it felt like a vacation because you're stuck in quarantine and you want to get out there and you want to be in nature and you want to do all this stuff, and being able to just, honestly, me and my wife were like, we really felt like we went somewhere.
That's why
for
I
a
go
few
to
hours.
VR.
I know, but it's like, I don't want to buy 4 VR headsets so that
Yeah.
everyone in my house
Right.
can hang out in the same room together.
Only cost me
you know?
$3,000, guys, and then a
Right?
new one comes out the next day.
Mhm.
You got to try Half-Life Alex, though.
I will. I will
that
eventually.
universe. I introduced my daughter to
I
to
really want to
Portal.
build another gaming. I want to build a gaming machine, you know, like a gaming specific machine that only has one card in it, and I can actually put in my game room, versus having to play Oculus Rift in my office. I don't
Right.
love that, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And I would really love to get the new Oculus Rift to where I don't have to have the sensors, you know.
It is nice.
You know,
it is
just
nice.
just
That's
being able to
some-
hook it up
Mhm.
and go, instead of having to hook up the sensors and make sure it's all like aligned and everything. I don't know,
Yeah. No, it's nice. It is nice.
but I get that stimulus check on Wednesday. So
there you go. Yeah.
there we go.
Last topic: Sketchfab compatibility in C4D. I know it can be done.
Yeah, you know what? I've used Sketchfab. I think
I know it can be done by exporting in QuickTime, but it's not smooth. The interaction. Is Sketchfab really still that big of a thing, though? Because I know for a
don't know,
while there's
like,
a lot of people really into it.
I have
I
used,
use it. I use it sometimes.
But are you
I've
like
used it
pulling in
before,
models? You're
but
not
I don't-
building in it. You're just bringing in like models, right?
No, I'm just bringing in models.
Yeah,
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
I haven't built in it, but I've exported to it for a viewer and stuff. Like I had a client, we had a client one time who was looking to do like a 3D spin of a cell phone, right? And so there was no way for them to like get it to go into their, they wanted it to be interactive. So I was like, well, why don't you just do a Sketchfab embed? But the thing with Sketchfab is it uses the different at least this is the way it was. It may have changed a lot since.
I
but
thought
it
you could
uses
import
the,
it natively
The
now.
metalness, you know, the metalness and the
Right.
whatever workflow. Well, I don't know which workflow. that's
Universal?
called.
Are you talking about the universal?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So I don't know, and it just didn't. It looked aliased and stuff.
Well, yeah, but that's the player.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't hate the
I don't know.
player.
It could have
Hate
gotten
the
a lot better
Sketchfab.
because this was years ago when I played with it. You know.
Shams, do you bring in those Do you bring in those models like natively? Like, how do you bring them in?
I just download them and
Just import,
and then
right?
I use them. Yeah,
thought
just
you
import.
could.
Yeah.
But that was
Yeah,
something
yeah.
that was added recently, so maybe this person doesn't have the most recent version of
Yeah.
C4D. Maybe that's why.
Okay.
But I
Okay.
know it is possible now.
Oh, it's 100% possible. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
ASEX Project asks, "What are some of my favorite Switch games?"
Who
Dave,
got-
what are your favorite Switch games?
Switch games?
Yeah, Switch games. I really like Animal Crossing right now.
Mario Maker 2.
Mario Maker's really good. Yeah,
It's really good.
Mario Kart, of course, got to get that.
Tetris 99.
Nah, I don't like
I
that.
love Tetris
don't like that.
99.
The Super Smash Brothers, of course. You know,
Mario Kart.
got to do that. Mario Kart, of course. Mario Party's awesome. I have a lot of Switch games.
You need like your
Killer
own
Queen.
video game show.
I love. No, it would be. Hey, watch me beat Super Mario Brothers in 20 minutes again. That would be it. That would be
Yeah,
it.
but you could talk about all these. You could have a whole show,
yeah.
and then you
I
could
don't
like
play
get
enough.
you could get on the line with Shams on Twitch, and y'all could try out Fortnite. I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah.
I'm down.
kids are
I'm
doing.
down. I might have some guests at some point in my Twitch, so you never know. It
Like
would be cool to
PewDiePie?
have.
Yeah.
Also,
PewDiePie.
I would love to play if it's like a multiplayer game to play with all Mograph people. How
Yeah,
fire
that'd be
would
fun.
that
Yeah.
That would
be
be
fun.
a show. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like
Yeah.
we're just all
mean, we-
playing Fortnite. Like that'd be fire.
Yeah.
The hardest part
know.
is trying to figure out how to stream all that. I've always thought that would be fun, but you have to get
Yeah.
a feed from everybody's console.
Discord, man, Discord. Trust
Dis-
me, Discord.
But Discord
that-
makes your fans go like crazy.
You gotta
Every
screen
time.
share. Well, I mean, yeah,
It's
if you're
fine
on
for
PC.
me. It's. I mean, yeah, I'm on PC. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
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 It's
Yeah.
hard to share like video game.
I mean, do
consoles.
you guys don't play on your PC?
Yeah,
I mean, no.
I
it's
play
not-
Grand
okay.
Theft Auto on
not
it.
often.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm mostly Xbox and Switch. So.
All right.
One last game for Switch. Killer Queen Black.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I love that game. It's based off of the arcade game, and it's so cheap. Like it is such a fun little game that you can play. You know, whatever. Yeah.
It's a fun little game you can play.
It's a fun little
There you
game
go.
you can play.
It's the best
Yeah.
review ever.
Yeah.
You
Anyway.
played it in California, in LA, when we were at
Yeah, well,
at
we
Seagraph,
played it. It was
right?
based off an arcade game, you
Yeah.
know, and so you'd play 5-on-5, and this you can play 5-on-5, and you're basically trying to kill their queen. You know,
Yeah.
well, there's 3 different ways you can win: either the economic victory, the military victory, or the snail victory. So one way you can kill their queen 3 times, or you can fill up all your berries in your berry holders, or you can ride a snail all the way to the finish line. And so there's 3 ways, so you got to be constantly paying attention to it and everything. It's awesome. It's such a fun game.
I feel old.
Yeah.
I feel like the older
not
I get,
using-
like I'm
you're
still
not
into my
using the-
old games, but I don't get into new games.
You're not using the term fire unironically enough.
Right. That's true.
Right.
That's true. Unironically. All right, let's do this. Let's go to Mograph Recommends.
Can we just have Matt explaining games?
Yeah,
It's the worst explanation ever.
yeah. It's this one
One
game where you
game
like
you
play
play.
it.
It's this game where you play as a character and you like do things, and like when you do that, you
jump.
get points.
And then
Yeah.
you win.
Yeah.
And you get
It's really
virtual
satisfying
dollars.
when you win. Yeah.
Let's do Mograph Recommends. I
Let's do
want to
it.
know because
Do
we
it.
Can I
talked
pee
enough.
real quick? I gotta
Go
pee.
ahead.
Go
You
ahead,
go
go
ahead
ahead,
now.
go
All right, be right back.
Talked enough about the games. Let's talk about some other things that you like, such as
Okay.
how does he go to the bathroom in the spaceship?
That's true, man. I think he's just in the corner.
It's funny because like there's a shadow that's going on the seat, and it looks like he's like near the camera. All right,
That is so crazy, yeah.
your favorite movie, right? Not it doesn't have to be all time. It could be like right now, you know.
I mean, that one is I'm quite open about my favorite movie. As everyone knows, it's Harry Potter. So it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
all Harry Potters. Obviously, I love them, but if I had to pick one, director's favorite is Alfonso Cuarón. So it's Azkaban. Prisoner of Azkaban is just so beautifully made. It could stand alone, you know. It's a really good masterpiece. But yeah, Harry Potter definitely top.
Making
And
up them
also,
words again.
Yeah, but also to me, I'm a huge I'm a huge comedy fan. So that's like another thing that I really enjoy. I don't really enjoy a lot of like different type of movies, but like I'm a huge comedy fan. So.
Comedy like movies or stand up movies?
No, like movies and stand up. But
Okay.
like if we're talking about, because you're saying
Like Anchorman.
movies, so yeah. No, not like Anchorman.
You don't
no.
like Anchorman?
I mean, like I like the classics. You know what I mean? I'm like, because like right now, to be honest, nobody's making good comedy movies. I don't think so.
Or
Like,
any
I
movies for that matter.
or any movies for that matter. But like, yeah, like I can't really remember the last time I was really excited about a movie was Fantastic Beasts, which is like the prequel to Harry Potter. I don't know if you know that, but yeah, so that was in November 2018, I want to say, or yeah, November 2018. So that was quite a while ago.
Are
but
there new
like
ones
even
coming?
that. Yeah, there should be a new one filming at the moment, but I guess it's gonna be delayed because of this
Yeah.
whole thing. So yeah, so that was but like before that, like probably Harry Potter, Deathly Hallows was the last time I was really excited for a movie. So so movies, yeah, I would totally go with classics. Like yeah, like I'm really into like Jim Carrey and like, you know, Tom Hanks, and yeah, just all the comedies.
What about music?
Music. We already talked about like my idol being Michael Jackson, obviously. But other than that, like currently, I listen to like a mix of music. I think I ditched listening to solely rap for like I think the last year and a half, just because I just wanted to be a little bit more conscious about the content that I'm listening to. So I narrowed it down to one rapper. So it was, you know, it's obviously Sosa, Chief Keef. So that's the only rapper that I do listen to, but I still listen to older stuff that I like, you know, that I really used to listen to before. Like then that's only when I work out.
Older
And-
stuff. What does older stuff entail?
Oh, okay. So like yeah, like old.
Are you
older
gonna
Young Thug.
make me feel old?
You know
when
the
say
real
that?
old stuff like Travis
Yeah.
Scott.
like older Young Thug, like Gucci Mane, you know what I mean? The classics, you know what I mean?
Classics. Yeah.
Timbaland?
WAP is a no. I mean,
No?
he's a great beat maker though. Like I 100% like, but like for
Ancient
me, when
stuff like Beastie Boys.
Like Beastie Boys.
I have no idea who that is.
No.
You don't know who the Beastie Boys are?
No.
Oh.
Maybe I do. Tell me a song. Beastie.
Brass monkey, that funky monkey. Brass monkey chunky, that funky
man.
monkey.
Maybe I've heard it in like some movies, like in the background.
Intergalactic
Sleep
Planetary.
till Brooklyn.
They were on.
Is it in some movies, like some?
Oh, I'm sure.
Does it count? I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
sure.
Yeah. I
Oh
can
my
see.
gosh.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I mean, I know oldies. I just don't know.
Oh, don't call them oldies. That hurts.
Are there oldies in that category yet, though? Yeah,
Sorry,
trap.
okay.
Blue says trap
I
classics.
listened to- Wait, when did they make? When was the last time they made music?
Well, one of them died, so
Well, yeah.
78. You know.
78. No. Beastie
Well,
Boys.
That's when
No,
he was
they
born,
formed-
maybe.
They formed their. No, that's when they formed their group. That's what they're saying. I
Old
just
school,
looked it up.
like
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lil Nas.
Oh, I don't. Yeah. No.
You don't like some Old Town Road?
I'm
Oh my
not a
gosh.
Lil Nas X fan, but like
I
he's-
hate that friggin' song.
Yeah, it's just
My kid
like
sings
so
it all
plain.
the
I know.
time.
He
Yeah,
walked
it's
in the
so
room the other
played
day
out.
singing it.
It's
Yeah.
just too
The
much.
License to Ill was 1986. All right, their last album was 2011.
Oh, you're gonna have to check them out. It's good stuff.
I
Oh
will.
my
I will.
gosh.
I will.
Ill
I will.
Communication, License to Ill, Hello Nasty.
License to
Oh,
Ill.
so good.
Hello, Nasty.
Mm.
I mean,
Making
I
so
like
sad.
50. If we're looking
50,
at oldies,
50 Cent?
50?
Is that who you're talking
Yeah.
about? Yeah, the ancient classics of 50 Cent.
There are no. Are there really oldies in rap yet though? Is any of it
I mean,
oldies? Even the
not
80s stuff.
necessarily. Not
You know.
necessarily. Not really. I wouldn't call him oldies. No, not at all. I just call him classic. Like it's just like the classic. Like I guess the OGs. Like I guess like that's where I would start. Like this is when I guess all of that stuff started. I don't know.
You got to
man.
check out Tim's bio, and it's not something that you can find on Spotify or anywhere. Like you have to get the CD. One of my favorites. Tim's bio.
Tim's bio.
Tim's bio. Aaliyah's on there. All these like people who were not very famous yet at the time are on the album. I mean, Jay-Z's on there. Who else? I can't remember, but it was like
Pre-90s
all
is
stars.
old.
Pre-90s.
Yeah, but like Beastie Boys that was 80 something, but most of their stuff was 90s, right? Yeah, I don't know.
I think most of it was, yeah. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
think I even got an album until like 96.
No, they had
Outkast.
I guess they had 3 of them in the 80s.
All right, let's
The
move
rest
on to the next
most-
category.
Whatever.
Favorite TV show?
Oh, okay, yeah. Again, I'm really into comedy, so
Mhm.
Scrubs. I know me and you, yeah. Scrubs fan. Like I'm a huge Scrubs fan. And yo, did you know that
Rest in peace, Ted.
Yo,
just died.
oh
I
my
know, it's so
goodness.
sad.
And it's crazy. I was so sad because like he always talks about killing himself in the show. Like that's like the whole thing. He's just always trying to kill himself. But yeah, like so that's like definitely one of my favorite shows. Seinfeld was on the list, but it like
Mhm.
got removed. But yeah, so
The ancient classics of Seinfeld.
yeah, it's definitely oldie, man. Like
That's
come on
pretty
now.
old. Yeah, I would agree
Yeah,
with
that's
that.
pretty old.
Because
Come on.
everything in that
Um,
show could have been solved with a cell phone. So
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
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 Kevin
yeah,
says
so,
Breaking Bad or The Wire, of course.
Of course.
Breaking Bad. 100%
Okay.
Breaking Bad.
Kevin, I love that you haven't been in the chat at all. And then we talk
That's-
favorite TV show, and you're like Breaking Bad or The Wire.
Breaking Bad, 100%. The thing is with new stuff, I'm a huge such a huge Stranger Things fan. Like just like love that shit. You know what I mean? It's just so
Yeah.
cool. What else did I like recently? I don't watch anything recently, but before, like the only thing that I'm a little bit up to date on is Stranger Things, but that's about it. So yeah, I love Breaking Bad. I love, I used to watch House of Cards. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Until yeah.
No spoilers.
And then
I
yeah.
don't know. There's no evidence to that.
Okay.
Oh my.
Even he came out and
Yeah,
talked
that's
about
true.
it.
That's
Even
true.
he was like, yeah, well, actually, I'm gay. Well,
And
no.
then he made those creepy videos in front of the fire recently. Did you see all
I
that?
didn't
That
see
was
that.
so weird.
No, I the
It's all right. Michael Jackson hung a baby from outside a balcony, but that's not weird either.
I would.
Well.
He didn't hang it. He was holding his own baby.
Oh yeah, okay.
Was it towel on his?
he was-
Yeah, that was kind of weird, but
It's not weird. I would totally do that if it's my own baby. That was someone else's baby. It's my own baby. I can hold him wherever I want.
All right.
Kevin Spacey came out with those videos like where he was playing his character from House of Cards, but he was talking about what happened, and he was sitting in front of a fire. So creepy. And then the next day, that dude committed suicide.
What dude?
The one that he had accused him.
Yeah.
Like really weird
shit.
stuff. Really weird.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know he committed suicide. That's crazy.
It's like Kevin Spacey is like going insane and like turning into his own character.
Yeah.
Johnny
Yeah.
Depp also hold a baby out a window? That's weird.
What is up
What's
with
with
that?
celebrities holding babies out windows?
I know. All right, what about podcasts?
Podcasts. Okay, so
Podcasts.
obviously I'm gonna talk about like other than this podcast because I listen to this podcast obviously when I live right by a river, so I go on very long walks into the river and I meditate there and all that good jazz. But I usually listen to my podcast there. So other than that, I listen to 4 Harry Potter podcasts. Yes.
Oh, which ones?
Surprise.
Which
So
ones?
my top 2 that I recommend for everyone to go and listen to right now, one is called Potterless, which is
Okay.
a dude, a 25-year-old dude that's never read Harry Potter.
Oh,
Reads Harry
oh
Potter.
my gosh. Oh, I'm gonna
It's-
have to watch.
It's pretty
Yeah.
funny. It's the first season. His audio's not the best because that's how
Yeah.
everyone's podcast.
His first, how long? How
Right.
long are each episode?
It's like half an hour, 45 minutes.
And what does he? Does he go over like the?
He just goes over each chapter, so like he'll
Okay.
and then he has usually a guest like his homies or someone he knows, and then it gets like much better like by like I don't know, like season 3 and like in like Azkaban it just gets a lot better.
Yeah.
It has like segments where he brings in like British people to
Just like the
explain certain
movie.
things.
The movie
Yeah.
started getting better at Azkaban, right?
I actually have you missed the part where he was asking me my favorite movie, so obviously, yeah.
Was it Azkaban?
Of course, yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah. Alfonso Cuarón,
My
always.
favorite is Buck Six Truns. Is that
Dave
one?
is still clueless.
Are you trying to say Buckbeak?
I
Are you
don't
trying
know.
to say Buckbeak?
Buck Six Truns.
Geeky.
All right.
And the second one is called Goblet of Wine, which is
Okay.
two British girls get drunk as hell and
Uh-huh.
read Harry Potter, and
Oh,
it's
that's funny.
hilarious. So most Harry Potter podcasts are American. This one is British, and it's hilarious. It's just so good. So these are my top 2, and then I have 2 others that are just like kind of. The other one is Harry Potter and the Sacred Text, which is like they kind of look at Harry Potter as if it was like a Bible, and they study it like it's like Harvard, professors and stuff like that. They study it as if it was like a, a holy text. That's just for more like an intellectual kind of reading. If you're really into Harry Potter in that way, you could listen to that. And I listen to religiously another comedy. It's a little bit not like it's not kid friendly, so I don't know if I could talk about it here, but I'm gonna talk about it anyways. It's called My Dad Wrote a Porno, and it's a British one. And it's this dude that basically sits with his friends and reads his dad like just at 60 years old decided to write erotica, and they just like
Oh my
read
gosh,
it, and
that's great.
hilarious.
Is
It's
it?
so
Okay,
good.
that's
Like
weird.
10 out of 10.
Are you into Harry Potter fan fiction?
I am.
Oh.
I don't write or anything like that, and I haven't read any since like high school.
Right.
I was into that, like, you know, like it's high school, you know. You're
Yeah.
like, oh my god, I wanna
Yeah,
date.
like 3 years ago. in
Right.
high school, right?
I wanna date.
I was just messing with
Like,
Okay,
oh,
have you seen the We Are Wizards documentary?
no.
Okay,
Definitely.
you should put that down as a must watch.
Mugglecast.
It's only $2 on Amazon Prime,
I'll
right?
definitely grab
But it
that.
goes into like a lot of the Harry Potter like Wizard Rock stuff. You know,
Cool. Yeah,
Oh,
are you a
Wizard
fan
Rock.
of Wizard Rock? Do you know Wizard Rock?
We've talked about
Yeah,
it.
you
I mean,
have.
I've listened to it. I'm just not a huge fan of rock in general.
Oh,
you know?
it's such
So-
a shame. Such
No,
a shame.
I like metal. That's the thing.
Yeah. All right. All right. Anyway, so We Are Wizards. It goes into the whole. Okay. Have you seen the Dear Reader version of Harry Potter? Oh man. Okay. So
Put me on.
yeah. So what you need
I'll
to
be
do,
over here.
All right.
Yeah.
You need to partake of some substances, you know,
Okay.
and then find the audio called Dear Reader. All right.
Okay.
What this person does is they created an entire narration for Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, the
Okay.
first movie.
Okay.
So you watch the movie
Mhm.
on mute while you're listening to the Dear Reader, and
Shit.
he but it's a completely different story, you know, based off of what he says, but it is so funny. It is
That's
so
crazy.
funny.
Yo, I'm so excited. Yo,
It's
I'm
just like,
so,
all right, I'm
thanks
sitting
for
back. I'll
showing-
let you.
This actually sounds fire, yo. Like I'm
Dude,
definitely gonna
Dear
do
Reader is so funny. You can
Okay.
if you look up the
it. Dear
cribbage
Reader,
match.
Harry Potter or something?
Yeah. If you look up the cribbage match on YouTube, I think they've got that, but you can kind of see what it is.
Okay.
Hold on.
I got you.
The cribbage match.
Yeah, I see it right now. The cribbage
The
match.
Cabbage
Yeah.
Patch.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Dear Reader.
All right.
Yeah.
People, yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm definitely gonna do that. But yeah, definitely check out that My Dad Wrote a Porno, because you will be laughing like uncontrollably. People
See,
will look weird at you.
I used to watch or listen to, like, I think it was called like the Mugglecast or something like
Mugglecast.
that.
That was
Yep,
classic.
yep, yep.
Yeah.
The original, like, because they used to compete with my show back in like 2005 on
Dave.
Podbean or Pod whatever it was. Back
Did
in
it
the day.
really?
Yeah, it was on Podbean actually. You're right.
Podbean.
Yeah.
What was the big site that it was podcast?
I have no idea.
There's a podcast site that I don't even remember now. Podfinder, Pod. It was like the canonical before iTunes had podcasts, real hardcore, and it always used to be my show, Urban Coffee, and like Mugglecast, going back and forth, competing for
Yeah.
slots.
Mugglecast. I enjoyed Mugglecast for a
No,
while.
but like, yeah, you gotta listen to some modern Harry Potter readers. It's just
Yeah.
like so funny. It's just hilarious.
when the 7th Harry Potter book came out, I was living up in Portland, and I was general manager at a Domino's Pizza, right?
Okay, lovely.
And I threatened every single person because I knew that I wasn't going to be able to get through it in one night, you
Mhm.
know, because I got off of work, or I took the day off or something so that I could get the book and then read
Yeah.
through it, you know, and I didn't get all the way through it. And I threatened everyone. I said, if anyone tells me how this ends, I will fire you. And everyone knew not to talk about it because
That's
I would
amazing.
fire them if they said anything
Oh,
about it.
100%, 100%. I've heard some horror stories where people has spoiled like a Half-Blood Prince to them. So what
Uh-huh.
they've seen, like they've just like heard the like last part of Half-Blood,
Yeah.
and like they just like, and it's just some horror stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like
Yeah,
when
that happened when the original book came out. There was a YouTube video where someone was driving around at the
mhm.
bookstore saying,
Yep.
I'm gonna ruin the ending to this.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that was pretty gnarly, not cool.
It's not.
Found
Yeah.
out that Drippledoff died.
Drip.
Drippledoff. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, we're going long here. We got
Oh,
four
come on.
four
We're
more
talking
questions.
Harry Potter. You know,
I'm
this
sure
is-
that
this
there will
is
be
the whole-
more Harry
All right.
Potter related things
All
in the
right,
next
let's
4
go.
questions.
All right.
Uh,
All right.
Next question. Favorite plugin? Favorite Harry Potter plugin?
Harry Potter plugin. It's always that Octane Bloom, baby. You gotta produce that
Bloom it
Patronus.
up.
Yep.
And now you got the cutoff on the bloom,
Yeah.
which makes it even better.
What would be your Patronus?
I already know my Patronus. It's,
what
it's
is
a
it?
That's
pine, 'cause
tequila,
you can
right?
take the test for that.
Oh, there's a test for that?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think
And
there
it's-
should be a test for that.
Trust me, it's beautiful. It's like it's very visually pleasing. It's beautiful. I recommend it. I don't know. I recommend it if you want to go on the app or on your desktop. It's just beautiful. Like
Right.
like there is no one that makes better websites, 3D interactive websites than Pottermore or
Okay.
Wizarding World. So
Well, what's your Patronus?
my Patronus is a pine marten, which
What's a pine marten?
it's kind of like it's like an in between.
I prefer
It's
Patronus Silver.
It's like it's between like a otter-ish and like a squirrel.
Oh,
kind of.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
It's not my favorite Patronus that would
Right.
come up to me, but I respect the
no.
the test. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
All right.
So
What's the
so
ABV
plug-in
on that?
Octane, 100%.
what's the
What's
what?
the percentage? What's the alcohol
The-
percentage in the Patronus?
There's the Patron.
The Patronus Silver? Patronus. Does that one
The
have a worm in
Patron.
it? Oh man. Okay, headphones. What are your favorite Harry Potter headphones?
I don't use headphones right now. I am in the look for some new headphones for my stream. So if you guys can recommend some headphones for me that are not
Bose.
big, like the ones that you guys are wearing,
Bose.
and not wireless.
Those Quiet Comfort.
I
35s.
agree. I agree.
They can
not
be wired.
wireless.
See, look,
They
they're
can be wired.
I'm going
You can
wrong
do
side.
wired.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They are the
Okay.
best headphones.
I always do them
though.
wired.
What are they called? Sorry, Bose.
Those Quiet Comfort 35.
35s. They are the best.
Mm-hmm.
You could use them
Okay.
for even making phone calls if you want. I wear them all the time. I never take them off.
Okay, I'll definitely.
Except now when I'm wearing different headphones. All right, and then let's see. Favorite. Okay, now we've changed this a little. Favorite app. What's your go-to app on your phone?
That's really hard.
Muscle memory, like
TikTok, like right now,
Are
if I
you
really
on-
have to choose, like
Yeah?
I love TikTok, man. Like just like so
posting
addicted.
or consuming.
Yeah, you're not
Both,
doing
like
any of,
both, like
those-
just
the
yeah.
car driving and you're dancing
Um,
TikTok.
Both, and I really
Oh, yeah,
wish
yeah.
I had more time to post more, and I will post more in the next few weeks as I'm wrapping up a lot of client work that I'm on right now. So that's why I said to Matt just followed me. I'm like, hey, if you see me doing some cringy shit, don't judge, man.
I'm gonna judge. That's the
Don't
whole
judge.
point of TikTok, right?
Is it
I'm
Harry
gonna
Potter
post
related?
it to our cringe on
Yeah.
on Reddit.
No, but your homie actually is making me feel good because there is someone doing some 3D related puns and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty cool.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
pretty cool. I like that. I'm good for him. I'm definitely gonna support.
Oh, you're talking
Yeah.
about
Isaac.
Isaac.
Isaac,
Yeah.
Isaac
Yeah, I
Chirac,
love it.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and then the last one. We need to know your favorite life hack.
Okay, life hack. So I was gonna say meditate because like that's just definitely the one
Mhm.
thing that comes to my mind. But recently I've just been struggling with something that is like kind of like I would be doing stuff out of fear. Like let's say I would meditate so I wouldn't get anxious.
Mhm.
So I would I would clean so I wouldn't get anxious and like things would be too messy and I'm like, stressed out and stuff like that. Instead of like doing my dailies because of fear if I didn't do my dailies, I'd be a failure and like, you know what I mean? Like all of these things I feel like it's kind of like doing it for the wrong reason and like not to get philosophical or anything like that, but like trying to like soften up and like doing things out of love and like like care for yourself instead of like meditating because you want to check it off the list or because you want
Right.
to say you want to meditate and stuff like that or like getting healthier because you want to conform to society or you're afraid you're gonna like not be healthy if you didn't all of those things or work out because you want to look good. or whatever, just doing all of those things out of love for yourself versus out of fear. If you don't do them, something wrong will happen,
Or
you know,
doing it for
so,
anybody else.
or
Yeah.
doing it for
Yeah.
anybody else.
Yeah.
Definitely 100% for the love and care for yourself kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that would definitely be my life hack, because I'm no saint at this, but like I'm definitely trying to incorporate that more into my life. So as I'm incorporating that, I feel like more people should.
If
as well.
somebody wanted to
Cool.
get into like meditation for the first time, you know, like what do you recommend? Like, are there resources available? Techniques? Are there different techniques that different people use? Like, where would you go if you want to get started?
Getting started, I would recommend 100% not stressing how much length you're meditating. 1. 2, there's so many apps that you could use. Don't just do it a couple of times and be like, oh, it's not working for me. It's literally a time thing until you start being able to quiet your mind and being able to be comfortable with yourself alone. And try different things. Like the app that I use the most is called Insight Timer, and they have a variety from your own timer, which is amazing because you don't have to use the timer that's built into your phone, which has the most ugliest ringtone. It's not the best way to come out of a meditation when you're like in a very quiet place. They have like all these like singing bowls and stuff like that, so that's what gets you out of your meditation. So
Just
you could set it, you could have
gradually.
like exactly, and like there's like interval bells, so like if you're doing a longer meditation, it could tell you, hey, you're at the 10 minute mark. So it's like the built-in timer, amazing, but they also have a lot of like guided meditations, and you could go from, some people do music and guided meditation and then leave you to be more quiet at the end of the meditation, and then they come back just to get you.
I thought she was gonna come back. She didn't come back.
We lose you? Oh no.
Are you there?
For a couple of months and watch it, you know what I mean? Help
Totally.
you with a
Totally
lot of
know what you
stuff. You
mean.
know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, we lost your
You froze
Skype
up
for
a
like
little
a
bit.
second.
We lost your Skype stream, and then you
Oh,
came back and
sorry.
said, "You know
What
what
did
I'm
I
saying?"
say?
I'm like, "Oh yeah."
It'll be in the podcast
totally.
though, so yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's
So
funny.
yeah, so and if I would just recommend a couple of my favorite people that you could really easily get into, like in guided meditation, there's one person called Kenneth Soares or Suarez. I'm not too sure how to say his name. So Kenneth Suarez. And there is Layla Dilia. She's amazing. She has a 15-minute meditation, completely just like so, and all of these are free, right? And then there's another one called David G, and he is so good. He's one of those people that will give you a mantra to say and then leave you in the meditation for 5 minutes to meditate on your own. So kind of guides you into going to a quiet meditation if you're not comfortable in being in a quiet meditation by yourself.
David G.
David G.
That's
Yeah.
my rap name.
Is there like an opposite meditation where like you listen to really, really loud, like horribly like disturbing things, so that once you come out of that, it like makes the
Is this a
world
real
feel
thing?
a little.
Or are you just
No,
making
I'm
this
just
up?
saying. I'm saying, is there
It's
such
called
thing
torture.
as that? Well, no.
I
Like
mean,
for example, right? My kid is really loud.
Yep.
Like he likes to yell a lot. But I feel like if I just sat with like loud screaming and yelling and stuff for probably like 20 minutes straight, coming out of that, it would make the world feel a little bit quieter, you know?
Actually, quite the opposite. The one thing about meditation is the fact that it doesn't make
Death
you
metal meditation.
It does metal meditation, imagine. No, it would just make you deal with those really chaotic moments much better.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
like the only thing that I could recommend. And also there's other meditations that you could do, like I would recommend for people if you're not comfortable closing your eyes, you could just have a candle and stare at the candle.
Yeah.
If you live close, like I do a lot of visual meditation as well, where I go outside and like just stare at the river for a couple of minutes.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Just very quietly, because like the sound of the river is just amazing. Obviously not like available for everyone, but like that could be another thing. So visual meditation is also another thing that like people can incorporate in their life if they're too anxious to get into a
Yeah.
quiet, like close eyes meditation type
And there's a
thing.
ton of
There's-
different resources on like, what to do. For example, concentrating on the breath leaving your nose when you're inhaling and exhaling, so that your mind doesn't wander. If that makes sense.
100%. Like breath work is also goes hand in hand with meditation for me. It's like I sometimes do like at least like 10 minutes of breath work before my meditation, because it really sets the tone for how your meditation is going to go. But again, these are all not necessary for someone that's starting out. Just try to take a couple of minutes to be quiet with yourself. That's all. Like that's all you need to do. If you want to do a guided meditation where they could guide you through some sort of an imaginary thing where it would make you feel more at ease, that's even, that's also available. So
VR meditation, I bet, would be cool. You could go to a
Ooh.
virtual
oh, that would
river.
be really cool.
I
Yeah,
bet
that
there's
would
some.
be
Yeah.
really fire. Thank
Yeah.
you for that idea. I'm definitely
That would be kind of fun.
I looked up death metal meditation.
It's not a thing.
But I came up with one of the first things says, yes, death metal yoga is a thing, and it's awesome.
Oh my God, no.
And it
yeah.
involves a whole lot of screaming.
Yeah, I'm not. You know
jeez.
what? I am into good old vanilla traditional yoga. I do not
Yeah.
like any of those renditions. There's like yoga with beers. There's
Oh,
like
man.
Hot
yoga with
yoga,
goats.
goat yoga.
Hot yoga
Like,
is awful.
Goat
I had to
yoga.
do a
Awful.
video one time in a hot yoga studio, and like the camera was fogging up and my glasses were fogging up, and I'm like, how is this even gonna work?
Oh,
It was
man.
so hot and miserable.
Yeah, seriously. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend metal
Mm-mm.
yoga.
To each their own,
To
right?
each their own. To each their
Yeah.
own. 100%. Yeah. Whatever gets you through the door. To me, it's like if you want to get into meditation and there's some sort of meditation that's unheard of that gets you through the door, do it. Like
Mhm.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. We've gone way over.
Yeah.
We're gonna
So
we're gonna
sorry.
get out of here. Okay. If people want to find you on the interwebs,
Yes.
where can they find you?
I am Meccea everywhere. Meccea everywhere.
Oh, boy.
Mecia.
Yeah.
Smeekia.
Meccea everywhere. And I do Twitch streams every Tuesday and Friday, although I think
What
tomorrow's
time?
stream is canceled 1 p.m. PST. So I do my daily renders is on there, and I sometimes game as well on my Twitch. So yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Do you have a website?
Yes, smeccea.com. Meccea
Nice.
everywhere.
Easy enough.
Yeah. all platforms.
Well, we really appreciate you being on and
Yeah.
goofing off with us for 3 hours.
Same.
And talking about Harry Potter, which I know nothing about. So
Yeah. You honestly should read the books. They're so
Yeah,
good.
man.
Someday.
At least just the audiobooks, man. Just the audio, just to get him
Yeah.
through the door. You
I
know?
might be
Yeah.
able to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can rate us on iTunes, leave a review. That helps get our ratings up. You can also subscribe on your podcatcher of choice to do the same. The newsletter just went out finally, so
Yeah.
check that out. A couple new features on the site, some new stuff going up soon on the site as well. Check out the articles and such, some new layouts, boring stuff like that. You can say you've been there, done that, got the t-shirt with the Mograph logo tee, the Paul Bab Fill the Bab 2020 shirt. All the profits from that go to Doctors Without Borders. And then you got the Render Things t-shirt, hoodie, and long sleeve tee. And of
Yep.
course, the one that Shams will probably like the most is that Render is
She-
Fire shirt.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
She wears it
I still,
unironically.
You gotta wear it
I still
ironically.
really need it. I still really need it. I think I'm gonna order after
Okay.
this.
I think
Yeah,
I think I
yeah.
need to do another. I think I need to do a long sleeve version of that or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, it is the summertime, so
I mean, we're all
Time to
indoors.
wear
Just crank the
long-
air.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. I need to do one that says like, "Yo, what render engine?" or something like that.
Yeah.
Yo,
What
bro,
song?
That money
what?
dough. We
Yeah.
need that money dough.
That money dough. Yeah.
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 Cool. All right. We're gonna get out of here.
All right.
Uh,
Good talking to you guys.
You
Yeah,
too.
thanks for coming on.
And I guess I didn't mention we're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube, by the by.
Yeah.
We'll eventually have some stuff besides podcasts coming up, so check it out.
Yep.
And on Mograph.com, of course. Until next time, I'm Dave,
And I'm at.
and you're Shams.
Oh,
Your
I'm
chance.
Shams. Yeah.
Have a good
Peace
one.
out. Peace
Later,
out.
yo.
Are we off now?
Not yet.
Almost.
Oh.
We're in the process. Stand by.